talk about. Keep my mind on them stacks, cause that green give you cloud. If it's bread making, baby, I'ma always throw that down. I done put my work in the streets, rapping shot on these beats.
This Chicago
stop, but Atlanta always gon' eat. Everybody can't do what I do, that's why I'm crushing your crew. From Chi-Town, Memphis, Tennessee, and all through the Lou. I'm so fresh and so new, got a hot album too. I done came out of nowhere and I'm taking all of these suckers juice. I keep my promo on them poles, keep that powder out my nose. I'm staying focused, man, with 1 million copies sold. Say my name. What's my name? Say my name.
King Kong ain't got that on me.
I stayed on the scene, stayed on my green. I ain't never gonna let nobody talk me out of rolling with my team. Y'all know what I mean. It's money, homie. They can outsmart you by selling you a dream. But I stay grinding cause I'm bread making, homie. And they can't figure me out because they really don't know me. You got that paper, show me. My mama didn't name me Toby. These suckers want slaves, but I'm shaking them like Kobe. It's real in the field. I'm on the meal. I'm not hollow point tip.
King Kong ain't got that
These
on
suckers
me.
better chill. But I ask brother Will. The king is in the building, so you haters take a kneel. Say my name. What's my name? Say my name.
Gingerbread in this mother sucker. What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome in. Come on in. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Big subject today. A real subject. We gotta talk about it. Talk about it. Talk about it. Talk about it. Do, 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 do. Bing, 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 bing. Good morning, y'all. I see y'all. Yeah, hey, welcome to the Gingerbread Man Show. This is Steady Serving Sports ENT, an extension of Simply Ball Dropping Podcast with my main man, K-Sap. What's up, K-Sap? Good morning to everybody. I see you, Sister Donna, the first one in. It is storming like Norman in Chicago. It is really, really getting down outside. Like, it's been storming for the last week. I think the April showers then hit late in Chicago because, I mean, windstorms, hailstorms, it was tornado warnings. In the last 4-5 days over the weekend in Chicago, it's been really, really bad, man. So, you know, those of y'all that's out there that's watching me in the Chi-Town residential, be careful, man. Don't go outside. They said stay in. Stay in. Tell a friend. You know what I'm saying? That way you don't even have to spend that 2020 twin bars. Good morning, y'all. Y'all know already I feel good. I'm happy. I am here. I woke up. I'm alive, y'all. I am alive. Listen, shout out to the Players Club. Shout out to the Full Course Trio. You know, I appreciate each and everybody that always comes to check me out. I see you, Eagle Brother. I mean, this is a subject that we just got to talk about. This is a subject now that we're in this space. It's a lot of Caitlin Clarkers that's not ready to accept that she's not that good. It's a lot of Caitlin Clark fans that's not willing to accept that she's not the #1 player in the WNBA. It's a lot of Caitlin Clark fans that is not willing to let it go and to move on with their lives. It's a whole bunch of these crazy maniac fiends that I see on my timeline because I'm on a timeline. Y'all know I'm one of the top Angel REESE backers. Y'all already know that I'm one of the ones that speak out for my baby girl, my baby goat. Y'all know that A'ja Wilson is my GOAT. Y'all know that Olivia Miles is definitely one of my babies from Notre Dame that I always have made those things. I have star players that I love. And I like Caitlin. There's no problem with Caitlin Clark. But for the audacity to put her as the top player in the WNBA, by whose rules? Your rules? Because it's sure not on what the impact of what the league is on. It sure is not on actual facts and really a real trajectory of what is going on in the league today. We're not talking about actual performances. If we're talking about actual performances, we all know that Caitlin Clark, Angel REESE, Leah Boston, got some work to do. We know that Camila Cardoso got work to do. Because A'ja Wilson is the bar and the standard. Breanna Stewart right behind her, of course, and Olivia Miles this year. Paige Becker's not too far. But the performances that we've seen in the last 13 games, Caitlin Clark is not in that conversation. And we all have to be honest with ourselves. Top of the morning to you. Speak, brother. I appreciate you, my sister Donna Cox. You have always been there for me. Listen, y'all, I'm going to tell the truth and I'm going to shame the devil. I'm going to tell the truth and I'm going to shame the devil because you know why? The truth make me feel better. And saying and talking about the truth and not to just say things to antagonize people or to hurt people's feelings. That's not what I'm into. I'm into the deep down nitty gritty of the truth. But there was an article that you've seen that some people are talking about right now that Bleacher Report put out, and they're going in a frenzy chat that their player in Bleacher Report or anywhere, Caitlin Clark is not the best player in the league. We have to move on. We have to, because time does not stand still, nor does evolution. Time does not stand still for no one, and no one could get past Father Time. That's why they call it Father Time and Mother Nature. They work coincide with one another. But in the Bleacher Report, the top 25 players, it says updated the top 25 players. Ranking sees Olivia Miles break out. Caitlin Clark slides. It says we're about a quarter of the way through the WNBA season, which means it's time to update our top 25 player ranking. At this point in the season, the exact order isn't nearly as important as it is as it will be later in the year. The gap between a lot of these players is incredibly small. And one great week could move someone up 5 spots. These rankings are based entirely on what players have done this season. Availability also matters. Players who have missed significant time, like Nafisha Collier, Sabrina Ionescu, and Bree Jones, won't be ranked in this edition. We also aren't ranking Kennedy Carter, who has only played in 33% of Las Vegas minutes this season. But we know Kennedy Carter should be ranked. Can't guard her. I got some things to show y'all about Kennedy too. Carter Light from Portland, unranked. They got her as number 25 from Portland. Is off of a 7-9 start, and Light has been the engine behind it. At just 21 years old, she's already generating more points per game out of the pick and roll than any player in the WNBA history, 19.5 per Senator Sports. Light gets downhill whenever she wants. Her burst puts consistent pressure on the rim, forcing defense in rotation. Well, Light, yes, surprised me. She surprised me because she is, you know what I mean? Portland is an expansion team, and she just, when I seen her, she like an engine. They got Sonia Citron. Surprisingly, at 24, we all know that Sonia Citron is probably in the top 15 players, but she just has not started off this season the way that we want it to be. You know what I mean? We know that Sonia Citron is a dog. She's a three-way player. Swiss Army knife. Michaela Alawade, which is a Swiss Army knife, came over as the veteran over in Washington, and they have to figure that thing out over there in Washington. So as they figure out, we know that averages drop. We've seen that with, additions of, Caitlin Clark coming to the Fever, where Kelsey Mitchell average dropped, where Leah Boston average dropped, and Nalissa Smith average plummeted. So when you bring in new players, sometimes that just happens. That's just a normal thing. It ain't that Caitlin Clark didn't do too much different to them, but the addition of a player, an impactful player, can get, the team, you got to do some restructuring. And the star player of it all at the time, which was, and still is, Kelsey Mitchell. It took some adjustments when Caitlin Clark came in. Aaliyah Boston, of course, is the second leading scorer of the team. You know what I mean? So, Brittany Sykes, number 23. Brittany Sykes went down yesterday, guys. Let's say our prayers for Brittany Sykes. Let's say our prayers for Brittany. She went down. It looks like a knee injury. Those of us that went through it so much and seen it happen, like my son had both his knees repaired. Both of his knees had to be repaired. And that's not a good thing. They really can't, do too much anything. Prayers out to Brittany Sykes. But Brittany Sykes is one of the most explosive athletes in the WNBA you have ever seen. And the burst makes her almost impossible to, keep out of the paint. She's still a positive defender too, even if that work hasn't been quite a consistent for her. Increases her offensive upload over there in Toronto. So hopefully it's just a knee sprain, you guys. That's going to take her out for a few weeks, probably 3, maybe 4 weeks to get back in order. Hopefully, it's not what I'm thinking. Same thing with Rickea. I was praying, man, shout out to Rickea Jackson. Prayers out. I knew that this would be probably your all-star year and you'll be in this ranking. So, don't worry about it, baby girl. It's always time to come back. 22, Jackwell Jones. I agree with that. After showing a slow start that features some inconsistencies, defense effort, Jones has looked a lot better. Her combination of the floor space and ball skills and passing has been impressive always, and combined with more energy on the other end. We know that Jackwell Jones can shoot the three. She's one of the greatest bigs that probably play the game, because I mean Jackwell Jones can put the ball on the floor. She can shoot the three. She can shoot a midi. She nice down low. She all right when she wants to play hard. She's a great rim protector. When she wants to play hard, she is a good rebounder. When she wants to focus on the completion of her game and make a total impact of them winning, Jackwell Jones, it's all good, BD. I love you, man. Come on, man. It's all good. It's all good. Everything all good. You my friend, so it's all good. 2021, Caleb McBride, Minnesota. McBride's shot hasn't quite been at the 40% level we've seen the last couple of seasons, but her impact still feels just as impactful. Kayla McBride, y'all know I call her McBuckets. McBuckets, I gave that to her in 2024. That's because I know that if you depended on somebody to be a solid piece of your team, to be the glue of your team and want to win, it is Kayla McBride. Kayla McBride is that piece of work. She's a Swiss Army knife. She can play defense really, really good. She also got dribble handles. She got special handles. She got a special gift, and she can put the ball in the hoop. Good morning out for the week. How you doing, my pretty girl? Brian Lewis, my brother from another mother. I see you in here. Listen, y'all. Kayla McBride from Minnesota, she does it for me. She does it for me. I mean, if you want somebody to play on your team and really be a teammate, Kayla McBride is a huge offensive, defensive threat. She also does not take any shorts for her play. She's very critical of herself. If you guys had any, had any interviews or saw any interviews of her talking just about herself, Kayla McBride doesn't take no time off, man. She doesn't take any time off of her game. She goes overseas. She plays in a rival. She does a whole lot of things, guys. And she started this season off a little injured also. She was injured over in Turkey. But, she does not take no time off. She works on her game completely. She is a dead-eye shooter. She continues to stay in the gym. She's one of the pieces that you want on her team. And one of the main reasons that Minnesota is winning right now. Bryce's shot hasn't quite been at the 40% level we've seen last couple of seasons, but her impact still feels just as important. Her value as a ghost screener and a floor spacer is huge, part of that makes Minnesota offense work. McBride consistently creates driving lanes and opens up space for everyone. Yeah, man. This is real big. This really, 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 really big for Kayla. I'll say Kayla McBride, McBuckets, is probably one of the most underrated and untalked about players. You understand? She's probably one of the most, not talked about impactful players of a team. She's probably one of the most underrated ones that I'll be talking about, y'all. Number 20. So we had, number 21 was Kayla McBride. Number 20 is Nneka Ogwumike, the president. I think this is a little bit high for the president. Hey, Uncle J.E., what's up, She Wins? Hey, I think this part is wrong. Ain't no damn way Nneka Ogwumike number 20. That's just not right. The president, y'all can say what y'all want to, but the president still got game for days. The president is not, is not something to play with. I mean, Nneka Ogwumike got down low game. She got mid-range game. She got spin move, turnaround, jump shot. She got three-point shot. She got defense. She got rim protection. She got shoot the lanes. Nneka Ogwumike is ranked too high. She should be lower than 20. I disagree with Bleacher Report on this one. Nneka Ogwumike is far more advanced than number 20 on the list, but I know it's their pick and what they say, but more of what they're talking about. But Nneka Ogwumike impact doesn't jump off the screen the way it did in her prime. But at 35 years old, she's still averaging 16.2 points and 9.2 rebounds and outstanding efficiency. That's why I know. The biggest development to extend her all-star level impact has been her jumper. 2 years ago, just 15% of her field goal attempts came from three. The numbers have nearly doubled to 29% this season. I know that. That's what I just told the crowd. It says, and she knocked them down at a 45% clip. Yeah, Nneka Ogwumike is definitely not a number 20. Where would you put her, Brother Claude? I put Nneka between 10 and 15. She's somewhere in there. Nneka is somewhere. The president is up in there somewhere. You know what I mean? 10, 15, Nneka is somewhere in there. Number 19, the gun, Jackie Young. We all know that Jackie Young was looking for her shot because it left and ran away. We know that Jackie Young definitely started this season off bad. I can't put it in no other words. Jackie Young started off bad. Kennedy Carter was there to clean it up. Luckily, Kennedy Carter, Ken Garter was there for the beginning part of this season. Or, yes, the Aces would have been lost, not just the bad loss that they suffered over the weekend, not the tremendous loss that they suffered over the weekend, but they would have been suffering them type of losses in the beginning of the year if they did not have Kennedy Carter that they couldn't guard. So Jackie Young, they already said that Kennedy Carter won't be added to this list. So they got Jackie Young, the gun, at 19. Young is the hardest player to rank because her season has been all over the place. She has the 2 game stretches against Atlanta and Los Angeles where she scored a combined 0 points. Then immediately following it began averaging 20.6 points and 8 rebounds over her last 7 games. This ranking is based extremely on what we've seen so far. That's what we want. Game-to-game consistency plays into that, which leaves Young at number 19. At 18, Chelsea Gray. So y'all see they got 2 players that's ranked in the top 20. I think that this is completely too high for Chelsea Gray. Chelsea Gray is in the 10 to 15 also told. I don't think that the point guard should be disrespected and be put at 18 on this list. But, it is what it is. Chelsea Gray does not have the burst and consistency create separation off the dribble anymore. But the passing is still game breaking and her shot making stretches remain some of the most fun basketball you'll ever watch. Just look at last week. Gray tied the WNBA single game record with 9 made threes on June the 11th. Then follow up with 6 more threes a couple of days later to help Las Vegas beat Minnesota. That's what I'm saying, though. So Chelsea Gray ain't no number 19. Yo, I disagree with that. Aaliyah Boston, number 17. Even though Boston might be a real floor space now, The rest of the game has not quite been at the all-star WNBA level like we've come to expect. She's shooting a career low 51.3% from two, turning the ball over more than ever, and has dealt with foul trouble almost every game. That said, she'll still have some dominant stretches, and it's fair to wonder how much her right lower leg injury has contributed to the inconsistency. I don't want to hear nothing about no damn injuries. I don't want to hear nothing about no injuries, Shaq. I don't want to hear nothing about no injuries. I don't want to hear nothing about nobody being injured. You on the goddamn court, like Michael Jordan say. If you on the court, that shit don't matter. You got your ass on the floor. So whatever you do, you do. I don't want to hear nothing about no Kate, because that opens space for Caitlin Clark. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my toe hurt, my leg injury, my back still hurt from 2 years ago, and stuff like that. We not playing that stuff. We not playing it. So Aaliyah Boston, number 17. They got Angel Reese as number 16. Reese isn't your typical star, but unconventional doesn't mean overrated. She's off the best off offensive rebounding start 78 through 13 games in the WNBA history. And her defense has taken a leap to all defensive team caliber. It's already been there. They just capping. With the fewer creation responsibilities in Atlanta, though her weakness are mostly the same as they are always have been. Her finishing style limits her efficiency around the rim, while her loose handle leads to turnovers and caps what she can do as a driver. Man, shut up. That was negative. That wasn't no fucking positive, nothing. I mean, you know, I'm just gonna read it. I do think that Angel have had a really, really positive season. Her first couple of games, she had to figure it out. Her first couple of games, but even when she criticized herself, she's been nothing but historic. You know, she's had some late starts in some games. She ain't had the complete game, but Angel has been she's in the top 10 and one of the most impactful players to play the game in history. She's in the top 10. I don't agree with that Bleacher Report. That's just for the rankings. I mean, I'm not fanboying it. This was not a good report. Bleacher Report, this was not. And maybe because you had, you know, that other girl over there, you know, I don't know. I don't like that. That's not fair. That's not a fair report. Anyway, we're gonna go Kelsey Mitchell of Indiana. That's definitely wrong. Kelsey Mitchell is not number 15 in nowhere, in nobody's universe. It says Kelsey, the number one shoot guard in the league, has scored 35 more threes in the last 2 years than any player in the history, and she's the hardest to guard. I have a list of 7 players who say this. Listen, Kelsey goddamn Mitchell ain't no damn 15 nothing. They be tripping and glazing. How dare you? How dare you, Bleacher Report? How dare you, Bleacher Report? I know you get it because y'all all watch Bleacher Report. I know you know they tell you to glaze Caitlin and all that bullshit. I understand. I got it. I get it. I know what you're doing. But Kelsey Mitchell is not at number 15. Nowhere on the planet, Kelsey Mitchell is the 15th player. Kelsey Mitchell is in the top 10 players in the WNBA. Who the hell? I mean, who the hell? Who in the hell on Bleacher Report agreed to put Kelsey Mitchell at 15? There's no way. Yes, she do have some defensive limitations sometimes, but the one that's the point guard got the biggest defensive limitations on the whole entire team. Caitlin Clark has the biggest deficiency in defense on the whole entire team. Mitchell is one of the most versatile scorers that the WNBA has ever seen. At best this season, she's looked unstoppable. So if she looked unstoppable, why is she 15? Because you racist MFers did that. I don't care what you talking about. You talking about this, y'all, you pulling the race card. Yes, I am, because Kelsey Mitchell is not 15. There's nowhere on the earth that you can have Kelsey Mitchell at number 15 player in the WNBA ever. There's no way. Just look at her 30-point performance against Dallas in a 25-point game and its insane efficiency, and an Indiana win over Atlanta. However, Mitchell has been a good shooter, but not an elite one where we're used to seeing. And when you don't provide much value as a defender or a passer, it's hard to rank out. I mean, goddamn, y'all. I mean, seriously, y'all. Y'all better stop hating on Kelsey Mitchell, man. Kelsey Mitchell is the top 10 player in the WNBA. That's it. That's all. She one of the most hardest guards to ever play this game. You can't. It's hard to guard her. Just like Kennedy Carter, it's hard to guard her. Anyway, Veronica Burton, which has stepped up. They got Veronica Burton in front of Kelsey Mitchell. In what world? In what world? But Veronica Burton has stepped up. She has stepped her game up beautifully. I do love the way that Veronica Burton is playing. Unrivaled really did help her. You can see the toughness of Veronica Burton. She's a tough kid. She's a very, very tough kid. It says Burton is easily the best two-way point guard in the league. Easily, yes. She got better defense, than Kelsey. She does. But for as just an unstoppable scorer, she could be stopped. It says it starts on the defensive end. She's strong, athletic, Cypriel, giving her real value both on and off the ball offense. She's a great passer who really turns it over. Draws fouls at the elite rate and is a pretty reliable shooter. The only thing holding Burton back is her scoring consistency. When she isn't getting fouls called, her finishes process can be erratic. Man, Kelsey Mitchell, she finishes. Anyway, I'm going to get up off the Kelsey Mitchell thing because I can't believe that they had Kelsey Mitchell at number 14 and not in the top 10. Okay. We all know that Alyssa Thomas has dropped down a little bit, not having the best season. We all know that how the season is going right now. What's going on, Brother William? I see you up in here, boy. Secrets, I see you up in here. It's storming in Chicago, y'all, like real bad, y'all. It says Alyssa Thomas in Phoenix. Thomas is still an exceptional basketball player. She averages 14.5 points, 7.2 rebounds, and 8.1 assists while continuing to make a huge impact defensively. That said, at 34 years old, her defense probably won't reach all world levels again. And even her scoring has been quite inconsistent lately. Add Phoenix disappoint start and enough to slide Thomas down to number 13. I'll keep it there. I'll agree. Gabby Williams, number 12. Everyone knows Bro Claude. What you say? Say, Bro Claude, we can't name 3 players who's averaged 20 on Kelsey. See, but we can name 20 players who Kelsey averaged on. Yeah, yes, I agree on that. Kelsey Stan, I agree on that. I'm right there with you. You know, that's one of my favorite Fever players. You know, outside of course, Baby Raven. You know, I'm a Gamecock. You know, it's Baby Raven, Kelsey Mitchell, then Leah Boston. But okay, it says Gabby Williams, Golden State. Everyone knows what will bring defensively. But when you're also shooting 38.4% from the 3 and 5.6 attempts per game, there's a real all WNBA case to be made. The question is whether the shooting is here to stay. We saw something similar last year when Williams shot 36.5% from 3 through the end of June before falling at 24.2% over the rest of the season. If this version of her jumper is real, she's in the middle of the best season on her career. Yes, Gabby Williams have stepped it up, y'all. I agree with that. What's up, Timothy? What's going on, brother? My brother Uncle J.E. is in the house. So Gabby Williams is at 12, chat. Caitlin Clark at 11. I totally disagree with that. Why you disagree with that, bro, Claude? Because look at this big-ass paragraph. Look at everybody else. Look at what they do. So we know that there's some glazing going to go on, y'all. They won't bleach if they want their stuff to be talked about. So they talk about a lot of crazy stuff. Caitlin Clark probably right now is Caitlin Clark. Maybe 16, 15 or 16. Kelsey Mitchell is ahead of Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark is not in front of Kelsey Mitchell at all. They need to stop. Listen, Kelsey Mitchell is the leader on that team and the best player on that team. They need to stop the cap.
Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit, bro.
That's right, Uncle J.E. She right in there. She right in there, Uncle J.E. Yeah, CC top 20 for sure, but she not here, big dog. She's not here. It says Clark has strengths that make her one of the best offensive engines basketball has ever seen. Stop it with that shit. Who is Cheryl Swoops? Who is she? Can anybody say? Who is she? Who is Cynthia Cooper? Who is she? Who is Teaspoon, Teresa Witherspoon? Who is she? Becky Hammond. Who is she? Sue Bird, Dana Taurasi. Talking about ever seen. Talk about ever seen. This girl ain't nothing like how Cheryl Swoops came in the game, baby. They need to cut that shit out. That's what pisses me off, y'all. I'm trying to read and get through it, but that's what pisses me off. Don't be disrespecting. Don't disrespect who built this game, bro. I'm not with that shit. Just say she's in the game right now. She's one of the ones that's here now. But you talking about that she's ever seen? That you ever seen? Are you? So who is Chelsea Gray? Like Chelsea Gray is still in the game. She's only 32. She's very young. They be killing me with this shit, man. Seriously, they really be killing me with this type of stuff, this type of garbage. It says, nah, bro, Cleasy, stop at CC not 220. No, she in the top 20, bro. I ain't finna be doing that shit. No, bro, I disagree. Thank you though for the thank you, brother. You know you always supporting me. No, bro, we could agree to disagree, but no, she's not, no, CC in the top 20. She in the top 20. She in the top. I ain't finna be doing that. She in the top 20 with her stats, with how she has an unlikable game, and she has a likable game. She has an unlikable part of her. She's a one-way player. Okay, she's a one pony show, but she does affect the impact. And then she had a game winner she had 2 game winners last week. So we ain't finna be doing that buzzer beater that she had last week. We ain't gonna act like I ain't gonna do that. I mean, I ain't finna glaze with them motherfucking Caitlin Clarkies. I ain't finna do that shit. But she not a number 11. She in between. I put Caitlin between 11 and 15. I mean, 15 and 20. Somewhere on the back end. Somewhere on the back end of 15 and 20. I ain't gonna say she damn well ain't no 11. I mean, I'm gonna just say that, and I'm gonna leave it alone. I ain't even got to go over what they said about Caitlin, because they say enough about Caitlin. This player right here, though, this player right here, this girl right here, though, this player, right here, this player, Jessica Shepard, then surprised the whole damn game. She didn't put the whole WNBA on notice. She didn't put the whole entire WNBA on notice. This girl right here, look, this girl right here, Jessica Shepard, then surprise everybody. Jessica Shepard, triple doubles. What's going on? What's going on? I see you up in here. T, I see you. I see you. Jessica Shepard offense hub experience has been a blast to watch, and her skill set is a perfect fit next to Paige Becker's. She can grab and go off rebounds, play out of the dribble handoffs, hit cutters and finish efficient around the rim. It's a big reason Dallas has become one of the league's best offenses. Furthermore, Dallas is 2-0 against Las Vegas this season. And Shepherd has averaged 18.5 points, 17.5 rebounds, and 9.5 assists between those two games. Simply unreal. The bigger question is how all of this translates to the playoffs. Shepherd's skill set is perfect for the regular season, but there are still concerns about her scoring limitations on the rim protection. Through more than 400 minutes, Shepherd still hasn't recorded a block despite being 6'4". I mean, I understand what they're talking about. She blocks shots and everything like that, but I will say that Jessica Shepherd, no one seen her coming. Nobody seen Jessica Shepherd coming. Wow. Nobody. No one seen her. I knew she was a good player last year because, of course, y'all know I watched Minnesota too. I knew she was one of those ones that could put the ball down, grab it off the rim, run the offense, pass the ball. But you know what I'm saying? Man, Auntie, she is like for real. Like for real. I'm like, damn. Hey, shout out to William Goings, mom. It says, I bet you can't tell me how CC is top 20. Oh, for me, you want me to, man, I didn't even want to give this girl this time like this, brother. I didn't even want to give her that time. Okay, if you want me to, okay. All right. You making me do this shit, bro, Will. I ain't even want to do this shit. All right, Caitlin Clark put together another historic 30-point, 10 assist performance. Indiana's offense is humming again because of her style of play that they're playing. They're coming in tune. She also generates conversations after, another emotional interaction with the officials. Is the Clark officials. You know what I mean? That kind of turn you off when she be doing all of that crybaby ass shit. I don't like it either. But Caitlin Clark, is finding her way with the team. I just said to you in plain sight that Kelsey Mitchell is the best player of them all, and possibly Aaliyah Boston maybe would pass her if she didn't need Caitlin a little bit more as she has been doing in passing and finding her way. Definitely Aaliyah Boston will probably be number 2 player on the Fever, but for right now, with her passing, the way she's been engaged, she's been getting double doubles. I mean, just look at her. I mean, I like to keep it real around here. I don't be wanting to be doing this shit, but you want me to give this girl some fucking time on my show, and I don't even want to be doing that. But anyway, Caitlin Clark stats for 2026. See, people lie. Men lie, women lie, but numbers, they just don't lie. The numbers don't lie. Through the early part of the 2026 regular season, Caitlin Clark is averaging 23.3, 7.8 assists, and 4.6 rebounds per game. It's her 3rd year in Indiana. She's shooting 40.7 from the field and 34 from the 3-point range at 92.1% from the free throw line, which is great. God damn, bro, Will. I tried to tell you to leave this shit alone. 20.4 points, 4.6 rebounds. She's almost averaging double doubles. She's 1.7 passes away from averaging a double double in assists. If that ain't good, I don't know. You tell me that ain't good. And then we can't even talk about Olivia Miles. Then that's who I want to glaze over. But if you saying that if you saying almost 10 assists ain't good, I don't know what you're trying to say. It says I named 20 players easily over CC. Okay, I mean it's cool. I'm not even taking it there. I'm just saying what I could be wrong. Yes, she's averaging a double-double, but you know, points matter. Points matter, bro. You know that. If points didn't matter, what the hell are we Michael Jordan fans for? What the hell are we Kobe Bryant fans for? If points didn't fucking matter, then what? What are we talking about here? She's leading her in points. She's leading Nisha in points and passing, making points. I mean, she's one side of the field. Niche is niche. That's Chicago. See, bro, Will, start doing that shit with them people, man. I ain't trying to give this girl no light on this show. You know that already. I'm not trying to give her no shine on this show. I ain't trying to do that. I'm gonna keep Caitlin exactly where she at. What she's supposed to be. She not in the top 10. She not in the top 10, definitely, in my conversation. And she's not in the top 15 in my conversation. What you want from me? I don't know. It says the refs not calling fouls matter to allow her to get those damn points from it. Come on, man. Courtney Williams. Can we talk about Courtney Williams, y'all? Can we talk about the mid-range monster, y'all? Can we talk about the mid-range monster? Can we talk about the mid-range monster? It is the truth. The mid-range monster, the stud bud #1, have been crazy work for every single person who has been able to watch her game. Lord have mercy. Listen, at number 9, Courtney Williams is a perfect slot. I do agree that Courtney Williams is in the top 10 because she's shooting phenomenally. She's in that number 2 spot. I think she probably is, man, look. She's shooting 52.3%. Courtney Williams has thrived in her natural role as a scoring guard next to Olivia Miles. All Minnesota Lynx deserves 3 players in the top 10. Yes, that's why I said McBucket should be ranked a little bit lower too. Williams, probably the most ethical scorer in the league history. If you care about sort of things, she's rarely going to get to the free throw line and doesn't spend much time hunting fouls like Caitlin Clark. Anyway, she'll just rise up and knock down pull-up jumpers over you whenever she wants. Through 13 games, Williams has attempted 111 pull-ups, 2s. That's 50 more than Paige Beckers, who ranks 2nd. Somehow, she's still shooting 52.3% on those shots. The only player ahead of her is Kelsey Plum, who has taken 83 fewer pull-up 2s. God damn. Natasha Howard. Y'all listen. Y'all might get mad at this, but Natasha Howard proved to be in the top 10, y'all. She been eating. She been eating. Eating, eating, eating. Yes, Brother William. Courtney Williams is better than Caitlin Clark. Yes. Yes, brother. This year she's been playing really well. Yes. That's the truth. They got to rank that number 9, bro. You vindicated. You vindicated what me and you were saying last year, that Courtney Williams was better. You vindicated. Natasha Howard, Minnesota. It says in 2026, see, when they be getting into that age shit, when y'all be doing that age shit, you don't never know what them 30s gonna bring. She's probably the oldest player on the floor right now. She's probably the oldest player on the floor. And she kicking their ass. She kicking their ass. She whooping their ass. Listen, 2026 stats, 17.8 points, 7.4 rebounds, 3 assists, 64.6 field goal percentage. After a couple seasons as a high volume shot chucker in Dallas and a pretty good year in Indiana, Natasha Howard suddenly lost like an all WNBA player again. Looks like an all WNBA player again. We sure she didn't find the fountain of youth, but seriously, Howard has been outstanding so far. Instead of asking her to take threes or tough fadeaway jumpers, head coach REESE has simplified her role down to what she does best: set screens, roll cut hard, grab every offensive rebound, defend as hard as possible. To her credit, Howard brought into all of that. The Miles Howard ball screen has been the best action in the league throughout the first month and change. It's so unstoppable that I went back and hand tracked every possession myself. Here's what I found. Howard screens. Miles shoots 67% from the 23 from 34. Howard screen. Miles passes 85% from 2, 17 out of 20. Overall 74%, 40 out of 54. Man, that's big. We don't need to dig through film or greatest duos in the WNBA, because it would be the greatest duos, well, actually trios, but the greatest duos is Cheryl Swoops and Tina Thompson, Cynthia Cooper and Tina Thompson. It could be either one of them, because Cynthia Cooper at one year, then it was Cheryl Swoops the other year. You know, that's why I'm saying, man, they better get up out of here talking about some Caitlin Clark, the best passer of all. Stop it. So you don't know nothing about Sue Bird, huh? All right. Anyway, it says we don't need to dig through film for the greatest duos in WNBA history to tell you that that's probably the most efficient two-player actions the league has ever seen. Obviously, the level of efficiency isn't sustainable, but it's still wild for it to be that good over 13-game stretch. Now, like I just said, Bleacher Report. I just said, have you ever heard of Cheryl Swoops and Tina Thompson? Have you ever heard of Cynthia Cooper and Tina Thompson? See, I would not let you guys forget Cheryl Swoops, Cynthia Cooper, and Tina Thompson. They won 4 championships for a reason. They won 4 for a reason. 4. Cynthia Cooper, Tina Thompson, Cheryl Swoops. Tina Thompson is probably the best that you've ever seen when it comes to that type of stuff. You know what I mean? When it comes to that type of stuff. Alicia Gray, number 7, goggles. Keisha always talk about them girls with them goggles. They just something special. I think that she's too high. I actually think that she's in the top 5 players. I think that Bleacher Report got this off just 2, but I think that Alicia Gray is in the top 5. It says the stats: 19 and 6 points, 3.7 rebounds, 2.2 assists, 45.9 field goal. Atlanta offense, it is at its best when Alicia Gray is getting downhill. And she does it in many different ways. She's elite at the attacking closeout, cutting, using handoffs and ball screens to catch the ball with the average. From there, Gray can reach directions on its dime control, her body in the air, and almost never loses the ball. Yes, she's another pizza player. She pizza delivery. It says this season she's shooting 45%, pull up twos, 38.5% in catch and shoots threes, and 58% at the rim. On the defensive end, Gray is very disciplined with the ability to switch on the perimeter, wall off drivers, and make timely rotations. She can block shots too. She can block shots too. She can block shots too. I think she's just too high. She should be in the top 5. Kelsey Plum. Yes. Yes, chat. Kelsey Plum, I've been telling you guys, Kelsey Plum is better than Caitlin Clark. I've been telling you guys this. Yes, undersized. Yes, kind of feisty and weird at times. Yes, she kind of crazy on the court too. Most, you know what I mean, most elite guards are kind of crazy. But this lady right here, this young lady right here, Kelsey Plum, this young lady right here is a champion. Is a champion. Is a champion. She is probably one of the greatest guards that don't have a position on the backcourt that you ever seen. Because she really not a point guard. She really not a 2 guard. She really not, you know what I mean? She really not none of that. She really not a point guard. She really not a 2 guard. She's what she is. I mean, Kelsey Plum is crazy work. She's a great scorer. That's right, Uncle J.E. And she a scrappy defender, but she just small. She can be a cone at some times because she's small. It ain't that she's standing there. It's because she gonna foul out because they go over her. Most people that's taller than her just go over her. So yeah, you know, yeah, Kelsey Plum is a piece of work, y'all. I ain't gonna even lie, y'all. She really is surprising me this year. She the leading scorer in the game right now. She the leading scorer in the W. You could take it or leave it alone. She told Asia Wilson, no. I'm going to be the lead right now. You follow me. She said, no, you follow me. You follow me. It say, in 2026 stats, 26.6 points, 2.2 rebounds, 6.9 assists, and 55.5% field goal shooting. Plum is having the best scoring season we've ever seen from a guard, and she's doing it from every area of the floor. Just look at these numbers. 50% on pull-ups threes, 20 for 40, 51% on pull-up twos, 16 for 28, 73.7% at the rim, 42 through 57. I'm just saying Kelsey Plum is hard to damn, you can't even guard this girl. This girl crazy work. She's super fast. She could get that shot off. It's like, the numbers don't lie. Look at these numbers, Chad. The numbers don't lie. You can't lie about this shit. This is crazy work. This is one of the most exciting guards. I'm excited. She made me excited. Kelsey Plum is like, woo. She should have stayed in Las Vegas, though, Chad. She should have stayed in Las Vegas. She would have had that ring. She should have stayed, but I know she wanted her own. I know she wanted her own team. But man, Kelsey Plum, baby girl, Kelsey Plum, she should have stayed in Las Vegas. She would have had another ring. Ryan Howard, top 5. I agree. But she has her flaws. Do I have a Ryan Howard over Alicia Gray? No, I don't. I don't think that Ryan Howard is a better player than Alicia Gray. Alicia Gray is a better two-way player on that team. But Ryan Howard is a more solidified three-point shooter. When it comes to eliteness, I think Chelsea Gray is more of eliteness. But Ryan Howard at 18 points. Let's see what Alicia's. See, Alicia scoring more than her, 19.6. I know I ain't crazy. I knew I wasn't crazy. Bleacher Report, you got that shit wrong. You need to do a switcheroo. Bro. But anyway, Ryan Howard at number 5, y'all. At 18.9 points, 3.7 rebounds, three steals, 42.2 field goal. The Ryan Howard All WNBA League is finally here. Yes. If Atlanta keeps winning, they don't surprise that she gets some second and third place MVP votes too. The biggest difference is Howard's game has been her shot profile. In year 2 under Carl Semesco, just 8.6% of her field goal attempts have come from the mid-range. That's down 5.4% points from the last season and 11.2 points in 2024. Instead of settling for tough pull-up jumpers, she's turning more on those looks into threes. It also helps that she's having the best shooting season of her career from deep at 37.8%. Excuse me, Cat. Instead of but we're probably burying the lead here because Howard has also been ridiculous defensively. She has 36 steals through 12 games, the most by any WNBA player since Sancho Little. Sancho Little in 2016, according to Across the Timeline. Okay. Breonna Stewart. Stewie, ooey gooey. Stewie, my favorite. The 6'8" guy, you know, he asked me who is my favorite white player. Well, guess what, guys? 6'8". My favorite white player is her. So if you just wanted to know, Breonna Stewart, the most decorated white player in this game right now. Yes, she is. She is one of the coldest players to me, just to me, that I've ever seen play this game. Breonna Stewart is 6'4". Put the ball down, nice around the rim, shoots the three, turn around J, tween, cross, lay the ball up. Breonna Stewart, nasty work. Breonna Stewart is probably one of the nastiest basketball players you could ever get your heart taken out of. Breonna Stewart is probably one of your terrible heart attacks that you can have. Though she did not 2 years ago have a real good playoff, reign that she had, and she did not earn the MVP, playoff MVP. Jackwell Jones got that. Breonna Stewart by far is one of the most impactful players of all time. By far. If it wasn't for what A'ja Wilson is and does, she's right there. If it wasn't for what A'ja Wilson is, this lady, the most decorated WNBA player of all time, next to A'ja, won 4 times in college. Stewie, nasty work. Stewie, nasty work. Bars. What's going on, brother AC? I see you in the building. Listen, y'all. When I go crazy about a player, now y'all get to see it. This lady right here, though I'm not a New York fan, because I'm not, this lady right here moves the needle for me. This player right here, Breonna Stewart moves the needle for me. And I mean, God, dog, y'all. Seriously, how anybody could have her out of the conversation. And they talking about Caitlin Clark better than this lady? I beg to differ. There's no way. I know they was promoting and pushing Caitlin this, Caitlin that. Breonna Stewart is a mogul. She is a business mogul. She is a fashionist. She is a professional basketball player. She don't make a lot of riff. She not whining to the refs. She is a serious basketball player. She not no whiny crybaby. Boo boo hurt. No, she not that type of player. She a grit grind, hard-nosed, blue-collar player that plays her game. I couldn't wait to talk about Stewie. Y'all ain't never heard me talk about Stewie like this because there's been so much of that Caitlin Clark ass drama shit. I don't get into that. The greatest white player, I'm looking at her right now. Yeah, I said it. The greatest white player, I'm looking at her right now. Yeah. When y'all get through talking about it, then Dana and Sue could come behind her. Dana and Sue could come behind her, but I'm talking about player. I ain't talking about just no accolades. I mean, Dana used to do some crazy shit, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. If y'all ever saw Dana Taurasi, I mean, Dana Taurasi used to be falling out of bounds, and she put the ball up in the sky, and that motherfucker go in the rim. I seen Dana do some crazy shit. Seriously. I seen Dana Taurasi do some serious crazy work. But Stewie, my favorite of all. 2026 stats, 19.9 points, 9 rebounds, 2.6 assists, 44.2 field goal percentage. Imagine telling someone in 2022 that Breanna Stewart will soon be one of the league's worst jump shooters. They'll probably assume you were joking and that she completely fallen off. Neither is true. Stewart jumper may be gone. The shit ain't gone, man. She got hurt. This is just her second year in recovering. These people be cracking me up with these comments. Stewart jumper may be gone, but virtually every other part of her game remains elite. She can initiate the ball screens, cut screens, roll, punish defenders in the post, and while getting to the free throw line is the highest rate in WNBA. Defensively, she's still one of the best in the league. Her size, length, and mobility allow her to impact every area of the game. She's only 32 years old. She's only 32. Versatile, toggle between coverages and throw out a zone and has shut down opposing offenses. Breanna Stewart is, listen, y'all, she probably top. Man, let me see who they got as the two. No, she better than Paige, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, baby Paige. I'm sorry, baby Paige. Breanna Stewart got to be maybe number 3. Maybe number 3. Baby Paige number 4. Baby Paige cold too, y'all. But Baby Paige probably number 4. Yeah, I think they got that wrong. I think Breanna 19.9 points. Baby Paige at 19 points, 3.7 rebounds, 9.9 rebounds. She almost averages a double-double. That's what I'm saying, Bleacher Report. You don't be making no sense. Yeah. The only reason, Uncle J.E., that I don't got Breanna Stewart as number 2 is because of this girl right here. Because of this goddamn woman right here. Woo! That's the only reason. This girl right here. We'll get to her. Baby Paige. They got her as number 3. I think that she should be number 4. I think that Baby Paige has worked hard to keep her game what it is. And then, Caitlin Clark fans, just admit it. Paige Beckers is better than Caitlin. Paige Beckers is better than Caitlin. She just better, Joe. She's just better. She's just better. She makes her team better. She don't be, man, Baby Paige don't be all up in the referee's face. She's just better. This Bleacher Report, brother, this ain't my list. My list, Stewie would be number 3. My list. And then they ain't got AZ Fudd ranked. Yes, AZ Fudd is in my perspective, AZ Fudd is uh better than Caitlin Clark. In my because AZ Fudd can play defense. I'm gonna get up off of that. Brother Will, you better stop starting stuff, Brother William. Stop starting stuff, man. Man. Brother William being a terrorist. Brother William, hey, Auntie, you gotta watch Brother William. He being a terrorist. MSA, what did you talk about? Hey. I don't know why she ain't well ranked. Hey, MSL, you know I be glazing. You know I'm an AZ Fudd glazer. So I don't, you know what I mean? I was gonna bring up my list, but can I finish this one first? I'm almost done. I'm almost done. Paige Beckers, number 3. Y'all. Paige Beckers is laughably good at basketball. She's the best off the ball mover WNBA has ever seen. One of the greatest shot creators the league history has processed the game like a supercomputer. Dallas looks like a legitimate playoff team largely because of her making Beckers a real MVP candidate. Before the draft, we compared Beckers and Shea Gilgeous-Alexander without foul baiting. Though, well, I mean, if you talk about foul baiting, that's Caitlin Clark anyway. Though through the first part of the career, the comparison tracks, the one lingering question is the off-profile in her passiveness at times. That shows up most clearly in her free throw rate. Becker still struggles in consistency, getting all the way to the rim to draw fouls. This season, just 15.8% of her half-court field goal attempts have come at the rim, a slight decline from the rookie year. If she starts generating more rim pressure from and free throws, another level of offense dominance is on the table. Live, laugh, love. What's happening? Tiffy Cole, I see you up in here, Tiffy. Now, this is where I want to go. This is where I want to go. Listen, y'all, I'ma just say it. I'ma make it plain. Tiffy Cole, I hope you listening. Because I believe you was in that chat that day. Uncle J.E. was in that chat that day. Uncle J.E., Tiffy Cole. T. Camilla was there that day too. I was on a podcast. Big girl, you late as hell. You be late in this chat again, you gonna get in trouble. Be late again. Be late. You gonna get a whooping. Tiffy Cole, Uncle J.E., Wody Mack was there too. Wody Mack was there. I was on that other channel that I have no respect for. I have no respect. None. I got no respect. Because when you say that Olivia Miles, when you said on your podcast that Olivia Miles was not a point guard and she wasn't a real point guard, you said it. You made a statement. You didn't say your opinion. You stated why. And you supposed to be the point guard of all point guards that you claim to be. Well, guess what? Seemed like me being a point guard, which I was, I can see what that talent looked like. They said that Olivia Magic Miles, that I was disrespecting. BD, also of the new breed, of the new players, he told me, BD, giving your apology right now in front of everybody, because you the one that disagreed in front of everybody. Her name is Olivia Magic Miles, the show. I'll give some love to Cheryl Miller. Because Showtime every time. Listen, I talk to you about it, AC, off of the air. I'll tell you about it. I think Brother Will, you know, they told me, AC, in 2024, they told me that I was out of my mind on the show that Olivia Miles is not a point guard. And that I'm glazing. Oh. What's up, T. Camilla? You remember that show? I was on that podcast, that certain podcast that told me that Bro Claude, I'm off. And then the one that be talking about, I'ma debate anybody. I debate. What the fuck is you debating about Olivia Miles for? Who she is, what she's all about. You was just wrong, sir. Sirs, you just was wrong. You were wrong. You were wrong. I was right. You were wrong. And this girl right here is possibly Rookie of the Year, MVP, and probably could be a champion this year. Possibly. For real, where they wanted to put Caitlin Clark, this girl right here is the truth. She has a real shot, not a manufactured shot at going for a championship like they tried to make it for Caitlin Clark. She has already proven who she is. She has already proven. And if you want to just sit there and be a nagging nanny and a negative non-stopper, then you be that. I told you she doing exactly what I said she was gonna do. That means your ass is wrong just right there. Nanny boo-boo. Olivia Magic Miles is in the number 2 spot where she should be. Olivia Magic Miles is definitely one of the most impactful basketball players that came into the W in a long time. The way, the conversation, the profile, the way she come in, please. When I seen her take my goat, I say, oh, hell no. I was like Kennedy Carter. I was like, oh, she done took the gold. This is phenomenal. What? She done took the gold? Kennedy Carter was on the sideline like this. Oh, shit. Ooh. Kennedy Carter was like, ooh. Oh, damn. Don't be getting mad at Kennedy Carter. Don't be getting, hey, go. Don't be getting mad at Kennedy Carter. What you should be getting mad at sliding them damn feet. When Olivia Miles doing peace or run. Hey, I'm just saying, man. They say you and Olivia Miles got the same damn glass. It's okay, shit. I got some other ones too. Peace around. Oh my God. Shut the fuck up, bro. Wody Mac. She ain't nothing. Stop. Don't mention Caitlin Clark on this channel when it comes to this girl, man. Stop it. Wody Mac, you made me cuss in the morning. Stop it with your fucking glazing. You know that this fucking girl ain't. You know Caitlin Clark ain't nowhere near this girl here. Shut the fuck up. Stop it. Stop the fucking cap, bro. Stop it. Go over there and eat out. Go eat out. Go over there and do that shit over there, bro. Whoa, man.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit, bro.
Stop that shit, Wody. She not this girl here, man. Stop that shit. Man, you done made me snap off with that glazing you doing, bro. Stop it, man. What the hell wrong with you black ass ninjas? Stop it, man. What the hell you talking about? CC, why you bringing up Caitlin Clark when it's Olivia Magic Mouse? Yo, dumbass, is you serious? Is you got dropped on your fucking head with Caitlin Clark on your mind or something? Did they hit you in your medulla oblongata and put Caitlin Clark in the back of your goddamn head? I know you ain't got no if you. She's not. No, she's great. She not nice. She's great. This girl is great. She's not nice. All that great. I got multiple chats that I could go and show you. You was talking about Caitlin Clark was great. This and this and that. This girl done beat her. This girl done beat her already in 13 games and snatched that motherfucking chain. Olivia Miles and snatched her chain already. Oh, okay. Man, goddamn, bro. You made me snap off on your ass off. They always be talking. How you talking about Olivia Miles? I mean, Caitlin Clark when Olivia Miles is having the real MVP season. How could you even fix your mouth to do that, bro? God damn. Okay, not for the week. All right, baby. He didn't trigger me not for the week. Baby girls, he didn't trigger me. Stop that. Say, you know. Thank you, brother Will, for the $2 super chat. Thank you, brother. Yeah, damn. What's going on? What's going on, Black? I see you, Black. BG, hey, I see you in the building. Say Olivia Miles is who Clarkies think CC is, a true generational talent who made immediate impact in the WNBA. Absolutely, I love you. Shout out, shout out. Okay, so we going back to Olivia Miles, y'all. I gotta do what Not For The Week told me to do. Big girl in here. Big girl gonna slap the hell out of me, so let me get on by. She gonna be like, why you let Wody Mac throw you on? Okay. 2026 stats, 18.1 points, 5 rebounds, 5.9 assists, 54.5 field goal. Olivia Miles already firmly in the MVP conversation as a rookie. It sounds crazy, but she's been that good. She's the best pick and roll playmaker in the world, capable of making virtually any pass from any angle. Miles gets the rim whenever she wants. Combining elite bursts and ball handling with the rare ability to read and react to whatever the defense throws at her, to read and react. To read and react. To read and react. Y'all see that? She can read and react. Her scoring has been just as impressive. Miles is averaging 9.6 points per game, 63.9% shooting from the two out of ball screens per single sports. If the season ended today, Both those marks will be all-time records. God damn. Defensively, REESE is getting more out of Miles than anyone has since she tore her ACL in 2023. She's still not an elite defender, but she's no longer a liability on off ball. Miles is locked into the Lynx defense scheme and not giving up blow BS as easily. It like somebody we know, like somebody we know, like somebody we know. It's hard to imagine a basketball genius like this peaking at just 15 games into her rookie season. If anything, this is the worst version of Olivia Miles, Magic Miles, you should say, we're likely to see. And that should be scary throughout the rest of the league. And I want everybody to shut the fuck up. Because my GOAT is here. My GOAT is here. There is nobody better than A'ja Wilson. Ohers, the best basketball player of all time. Yeah, A'ja Wilson. Yeah. Since y'all want to be talking crazy, y'all be talking that crap. I don't be wanting to hear that shit. Wody Mac coming in here with that bullshit. And we got A'ja Wilson walking around on this earth. We got A'ja Wilson walking around here on this planet. And he talking about some goddamn Caitlin Clark. Anyway, there is no question about the #1 spot. A'ja Wilson is the best player in the world and arguably the greatest in the league history. Ain't no goddamn arguably. There's even when defense sends multiple defenders her way in nearly every touch, she continues to dominate as both a scorer and a facilitator. There's simply nothing you can do to stop her on either end. Even when defense is doing a thing, what makes Wilson starts even more remarkable is that she's hitting over 50% of her threes in higher volume. And this still doesn't feel like the best version of her game. She's shooting 34% on pull-up mid-range jumpers, her lowest mark since 2021. Once that increases, she somehow becomes even more of a nightmare opponent. Listen, y'all, they ain't got to put a full paragraph on A'ja Wilson. See, this is what all of you must understand about me. See, I might need glasses at times, but my eyes and my heart knows the truth. This is the GOAT. This is the best that you get. This is the bar. This is what it's supposed to be. And this is the ultimate player in the WNBA. A'ja Wilson is that. She will be my GOAT. She's going to forever be my GOAT to my baby GOAT passer. But she is the best basketball player in the WNBA at all times. So if you don't have A'ja Wilson as the #1 basketball player to ever touch that ball, brother, sister, you are in error. You are in error. So we went over the list. That's the top 20. As dramatic as it seems, as dramatic as it seems, the list requires this what? So the list for the 2025 season so far is Asia Wilson, Olivia Miles, Paige Beckers, which I think it should be Breanna Stewart, but Paige Beckers, Breanna Stewart, Ryan Howard, which I believe that it should be Alicia Gray, MSL. I think that Alicia Gray should be at number 5 right now instead of Ryan Howard. That's just something to discuss. Kelsey Plum at number 6. Natasha Howard. Number 8. Number 9, Courtney Williams. Jessica Shepard in the top 10. So those are your top 10 players. Then at 11, they got Caitlin Clark, which I believe it should be Kelsey Mitchell. Gabby Williams. I'm good with Gabby being there. Alyssa Thomas. I'm good with Alyssa Thomas being 13. Veronica Burton. I would say Aaliyah Boston would be what Veronica Burton is. Kelsey Mitchell. I believe that should be Angel. Angel is at least in the top 10 to 15 player. In top 4, top 3 or 4 in impactfulness. Because Angel impact the game more than just about, most of these players. That's my viewpoint. I think they got Asia up too high, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Aaliyah Boston, 17. Chelsea Gray, 18. I got no problem with that. Jackie Young, the gun, at 19. I got no problem. She had a slow start. I got no problem with that. Nneka Ogwumike at 20. I got a problem with that. Nneka should be down lower. The president is playing some awesome goddamn ball. I don't know what the hell they looking at. The president is being impactful. The president should be in between the top 10, 15 players. I think I'll take Alyssa Thomas out and put Nneka Ogwumike right there. That's just me. Kayla McBuckets, 21. Jackwell Jones, 22. Brittany Sykes, 23. Sonia Citron, 24. And Carla Light, 25. What you say, MSL? It says, ain't no way in hell Ryan Howard and Leash Gray should be 5 and 7 if Angel is 16. I know. But they going on the bar MSL. You have to, you know what I mean, real ball players know. Real ball players. Angel with me personally, Angel would be much lower, but she's not having a game that none of these players is having in the top 7, 8, in the top 8. She's just not having that right now. She on her trajectory of up, but she's having in the top 3 impact with her, Asia, and Stewie, I think are the most impactful 3 out of everybody that changes the game. Yeah, I believe Asia, Stewie, and Angel is that 3. Defensive intensity, once again, I put all three of those ones together. Gabby too. I put Gabby in there. But yeah, I definitely disagree with Bleacher Report with Angel being that high, but it is what it is. Yeah, yeah. I agree, AC. She, you know, as of right now, you just got to be honest. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna be delusional. I'm not gonna be delusional. I'm not gonna do that. One thing you ain't gonna get on that over here, like Keisha said, I'm not gonna be Lulu. And I know what my baby girl is. I know what a baby goat is. I know what her trajectory is going to be, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna disrespect other players because of what your fucking feelings feel like. No, fuck that. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing that. You go to another show with that shit. I'm not glazed. I'm not gonna do that. I want to be respected on my basketball IQ. I want to be respected for that. And I'm not doing that weak ass shit. I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna, you know, I'll be worse than the Clarkies then. I might as well be Caitlin Clarkers. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna be better than Caitlin Clark's fan base. I am an Angel Reese fan. I am an Angel Reese advocate, but I'm not gonna put her over players that play better. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not doing that crazy shit. No, I'm not doing that. You're not gonna get me to do that. You ain't gonna get me. That's the wrong conversation with me, because I'm a true basketball player and a coach. You're not gonna do that with me. And I'm biased when it come to Angel, but you ain't finna get me to be up here lying. Nope. You ain't finna do that. No. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna give my honest opinion, and I'm gonna leave it right where it's at. It says AC Chi-Town Angel is a better player than AT, and Jessica is not glazing. When Ryan Howard said the Angel is the reason they winning, ATL is third in standings because of her. Her and Jessica Shepard, you know what, Tiffy, they can be compatible. Angel is better on the edge of the rebound situation. So Angel brings more offensive, defensive turnouts, but Jessica Shepard is nice. She's nice. She got two. You can't disclose 2 triple doubles. She's nice. She's nice. It says, so you think Ryan has played better than Angel this year, bro, Claude? Not in consistency. No. No MSL. I haven't. I don't think that no, sir. So on the team, do I think that Angel is the best player on the team? No, she's not. She's not the best player on Atlanta. That'd be Alicia Gray. So if you want to know my answer, that's what I could be wrong, but that's my answer. It's Alicia Gray. You know, for as what I feel that the best player on there, I feel that Alicia Gray. Angel is the glue. Alicia Gray is also the stick paper. You know what I mean? Ryan Howard too inconsistent for me to have her as one of the best players on the Dream. I think it's between Angel is Alicia Gray, Angel. In that, if you want to hear my answer, it's Alicia Gray. Angel been the most consistent. Alicia Gray and Angel. It says I don't think so, because I think Angel has more impact than either one of them on the team. How come? Well, goddamn it, you feel that Angel is the best player on the Dream. Okay, that's your opinion. I mean, all right. I beg to differ, but you know, it is. I mean, you here for your opinion. I mean, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna go because I favor a player in absolute correctness in what it is. I'm not gonna do that. No, I'm not gonna do that. I know who's a better player right now. She will be a greater player, but for right now, you know, I'm not gonna say, you know, but Angel has been the most consistent player on the Dream. It says not the host being rude and cussing at the chat. I ain't even cuss. I just said I'm not gonna be doing that. I refuse to be like Caitlin Clark. Fans, I'm not gonna do it. I'm just not gonna do it. It says, how can you be the best player when you only show up half? Oh man, that's emotional shit. I ain't numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie. I'm with it. I'm with the real. I'm not with the what I feel. I'm with the will. I'm with what it say. I'm a rational person. I'm a reasonable person. Skilled players on any level. It is what it is. Okay, you say, not the time to cluck your pearls. Libro Claude alone. That's right. I'm just telling the truth. I'm just telling the truth. Thank you, AL. Thank you, AL. I mean, I'm not gonna be sitting here lying to the people. You make me look at you side eye when you be doing when you be lying to the people. I look at you kind of side eye like, oh boy, we got a crazy one going on here. Okay, you know what I'm saying? You got me looking kind of, oh well, you know what I'm saying? You can feel what you feel, but the real of it, I mean, damn. I mean, your perspective is real. I'm just saying. 90% of people disagree. Just 90% of people disagree. It's just on the real. I don't get into that. It is what it is for me.
Miles was like up for rookie. She's going to get rookie of the year. I don't know if anyone has watched her play, whoever's listening to this. She is a beast.
Olivia Miles, baller. Where'd she go to school?
She went to Notre Dame and then she went to TCU. She just has like the wiggle of a guy. Like she is so good. Her passing, her shooting, her court vision. Like she is good. I like her. And I know people think it's weird when like you compliment other people in our league because you have to play against them. But I also am like, give this girl her flowers. Like she is a freaking beast. I'm a fan.
You know what the NFL does that I think is really awesome is they have the players vote on their top 10 players at each position. And then they do NFL top 100 and it's based on peer players like rankings.
I think that's cool. Our sport is always just like going against each other, but I think it is cool to like give people their flowers. And Olivia, she 100% deserves it because she.
See, she could be doing this. Oh no, Caitlin Clark, this and that. You know what, MSL? I respect what fucking Sophie Cunningham is saying because she's fucking telling the goddamn truth. See, I respect people that don't have delusional type of fucking mindsets. She's not over those players, bro. She's just not right now. She will be continue with her game, but she's not. Don't do that. I don't like it. I don't. You put me in a situation where I'll be like, man, what the hell? What the hell is going on? It's Angel. Angel is not the top 2, 3, 4 player in the league. She's not right now. 2, 3, 4 player in the league. She's not right now. 2, 3, 4 player in the league. She's not right now. 2, 3, 4 player in the league. She's not right now. 2, 3, 4 player in the league. She's not right now. 2, 3, 4 player in the league. She's not right now. 2, 3, 4 player in the league. She's not right now. 2, 3, 4 player in the league. She's not right now. 2, 3, 4 player in the league. She's not right now. 2, 3, 4 player in the league. She's not right now. 2, 3, 4 player in the league. She's not right now. 2, 3, 4 player in the league. She's not right now. 2, 3, 4 player in the league. She's not right now. 2, 3, 4 player in the league. She's not right now. 2, 3, 4 player in the league. She's not right now. 2, 3, 4 player in the league. She's not right now. 2, She will be, but not right now. Stop doing that shit. No, not right now. She will be. I got confidence in her. I believe in her. I love her. But no, she's not. Yes, I don't give a fuck what she's saying, Tiffy Cole. It's the truth, though. I don't give a fuck what your motivation is. What she's saying is the truth. So to tell the truth to get a contract, yeah, well, I guess she is telling the truth. To get a contract, what she telling the truth, though. You did? And it don't fit my spin. No, I ain't saying you said that, MSL. I'm saying there's other people talking in the chat, MSL. There's other people. I'm just telling you in particularly, I'm not going to put Angel Reese over players that's better than her. I'm not going to do that. I'm not. She's my favorite WNBA player. Then Asia Wilson. Then the other list, the list falls behind that. But my 1-2 is the GOAT and the baby GOAT. I'm not getting up off of that. I'll probably never get up off of that. My 1-2 punch is the GOAT and the baby GOAT. It says no one said Angel was top 5. We said top 10, bro. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I agree on that. I ain't know. I thought they was, because when you started saying Alicia Gray and Ryan Howard, like, no, come on. Because they are top 5 and 7 player in reality. But I think it should have been switched. I think Alicia Gray should be top 5. And I think that Howard should be top 7. But MSL said he bet. MSL for us, what I just read, MSL said that she the best player on the Atlanta Dream. That's what MSL said. I mean, a lobbying for, or what you saying. Speak straight words, MSL. Then if you didn't say that, what are you saying? Is she the best player on the Atlanta Dream? Yes or no? Ain't no, well, she did this and she did that and she did. Yes or no? Is she the best player? Yeah or no? That's how you end conversation. I ain't going into none of that other shit. The hell, you got me confused. I don't have. See, when you get in the gray line, I'm black or white. I'm black or white. I don't. It's either or. I don't know. I don't be in between. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro, just yapping to be yapping. Okay, baby girl. I love you because you a glazer like me. MSL, I love you because but you ain't finna get me to be lying. It's people that respect me on what I say. So I'm not gonna be telling a lie. I'm just not gonna just be sitting. Now I could be wrong and I could admit to my wrong, but I'm not finna be lying. Oh, since it's raining, I can't go out. Come on up, MSL. Say your thing. I'm finna let MSL talk his shit. Go ahead. Since it's raining, I can't go out to work. Go ahead, MSL. I got a few minutes. Come up, AC Chi-Town, if you want to. But I got a few minutes. I want my brother MSL to come up in here and say what he got to say. And he finna cuss me out. Come up, Tiffy, if you want to. It's all right. It's good. We in the daytime. I can't go out because it's storming in Chicago. So it's lightning storm and thunderstorm and tornado in Chicago. I can't go outside. So I'm doing this all day. So you have a chance to come up, MSL, and cuss me out. Say, Angel is the #1 player in the world, bro, Claude. You shut your ass up. Oh, I'm not. Oh, okay. Okay, bro. Let's say Tiffy Cole say Wody Man Angel is having a better season than CC. Oh, hands down. Hands down, Tiffy Cole, baby. Auntie, what you say? Auntie say also someone is better shooter doesn't mean they're better all around player. No, Angel, no. Angel, I told y'all, Angel and Alicia Gray. They now Ryan Howard have been she got 36 steals. She got 36 steals. So she picked it up. She can play defense. She just didn't look good against Caitlin Clark now. I ain't gonna lie. She didn't look good. She made us look side-eye. When Caitlin Clark was getting away with all that shit. We was like, man, Ryan, what you do? Ryan, what you doing around here, Ryan? What you you got something going on, Ryan? What you got going on, Ryan Howard? We, you know what I'm saying? Say Angel come and watch. Oh yeah, she coming. She on her way. That's all I was saying, Uncle J.E. I'm just, you know what I mean? I'm just saying. Oh, there go Wody Mac. Hey, Wody Mac, if you come up in here with that Caitlin Clark shit, I'm gonna cuss your ass.
I ain't got to speak on Shorty. It's like I said again, life moves on. We just talking hoops, man.
Yeah.
It ain't, you know what I mean? It don't be that deep for me. Okay. Just like I was telling William in the chat though, I hear a lot of times when people talk about news or whatever, misinformation. People like to correct misinformation. It's just I see something that's blatantly wrong. It's sit wrong in my spirit, like okay, well, here's the fact. You argue with the fact or the stat, then. You know what I mean? You can believe what you want to believe. Right. It's just, I think it's crazy though, you to just say something that's just, completely that can be verified with a fact. You know what I mean? And then stated as law. But moving on from that.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro. Talk your shit.
It was where you was at right now. I believe though, right there where they have the top 5, I do like Liv being where she's at because I can't think of anybody besides Olivia who deserves from that point guard position to be in the top 5 this season. I guess you could lean. I don't even know how you could lean towards Paige because there's been games where like everybody on that team you'll hear Enrique's name come up, Daisy's name come up, Jess Shepard's name come up, but they got it together ever since their coach has gotten their ass right. And then when I look at the Dream. It is like a 3-headed monster over there, but I still believe that Alicia Gray is the best player for them, right? Yeah. But they're gonna have 3 All-Stars. We know that from their team is without a doubt. I don't know if any of them. You think any of them gonna get the nod to start though? I think Ryan Hard might get the nod to be a starter though, even though Alicia probably.
I think both of them gonna get the start. Alicia Gray MVP conversation.
And then
she gonna start.
You think they got a starter on? You think they have a starter on the wings?
Paige gonna start. It says, bro, this Felicia. Oh.
By the fan vote. That is a fan vote does determine the starters.
So with some other ladies soon. So get ready. Okay. You already know I'm gonna pump you up. I like the graphic. That is you. Hey, Sister Fee. I love you. Hey, y'all go over there and subscribe to my sister, man. Sister Fee, I do be wanting you up on here, though, to get up on this panel, though, Sister Fee, and talk your ish, because you very knowledgeable and you be knowing exactly what you be talking about, Fee. For real, for real. I thank you for the $5 super chat. I love you so much, and I'm so grateful to be your brother. But go ahead, Wody Mac. I'm gonna tell you this, Wody. The only reason I'm giving this some air is because I got some time today, because it's storming. But I will say that Olivia Miles has proven herself to be one of the best point guards in the league as thus far. Now, I know a lot of people be like, hold on, bro, Claw, hold on. You got her as the greatest. Well, I said it when she was in college, Wody Mac, right? You was on that show. Didn't I say that? Did
Magic Miles. You a real fan of her.
I said that too.
That was your nickname for it too, right? Magic Miles?
Of course. I gave it to her 2 years ago in 2024, right? I got cussed out on the show. Is that correct? You was on the show. I got
you know how it is. Like until people see it, though, it's all speculation.
But they
until
don't
we see it. But now we're seeing it. The girl good.
No.
I didn't doubt that she would be good on the next level, but
no.
I think she fell in the perfect place to really showcase her skills. I just thought Cheryl Reed was gonna bench her, and then play her sparingly like how she always do with all her rookies. But I guess she's too good to bench. Yeah, I thought Cheryl Reed was gonna play her off the bench.
Yeah, that's right, brother William. I'm glad you was there. It's just that I can't let it go. You know what I mean? I just can't let it go. Go ahead, MSL. Talk your shit, man. This your show. Go ahead, bro.
I mean, well, first of all, I was making my lunch, and you so special, bro, Claude. That's why I said off Future. You so special. I said, you know what? Too. I could burn up everything on the damn stove, whatever's going to happen. Bro Claude makes the signal, so I'm going to come on the show and speak to the brother, even though I'm going to burn the whole office down. But it's all right, bro Claude.
I love you.
It's just for you, bro Claude. It's just for you.
Hey, I love you too. Talk your shit, brother.
It's all good. It's all good. No, I mean, as far as what I was saying, first of all, a lot of what I'm saying is based off of what Angel has done her last 6 or 7 games, because as we know, she's averaging like 18, 19, 20 points, 15 rebounds, whatever. And that's still not as good as she can be, because we know the assists will increase. It's just one of those situations where she hasn't passed a lot in the last few games, but you know that's coming. So my thing is, when I look at the team, right, Angel is the anchor of that defense, and even Smesko has said it, because a lot of times the guards get beat, whether it be Canada, whether it be Ryan, whether they get leashed, and Angel is the one that cleans it up, and that happens all the time. So that's the first component. The rebounding we already know about, and as far as scoring, right, when she gets that ball down low, she's going straight to the basket, and they have to foul her. The problem is it's not being called. If those fouls are being called the way they should, she would already be averaging over 20 points a game.
Absolutely.
That's straight up. So this whole BS about her shooting percentage, that's all nonsense, because if they officiated her properly, that would not be her shooting percentage. It's kind of like when Tiffy Cole said that Clark, with her 40, 39% shooting percentage, it would be like 36, 35, 34 if they didn't bail her out with free throws. But Angel's not getting that benefit. That last game that she played, right, she was fouled on every shot attempt in the first half. Sometimes 3 or 4 times. That one they called the jump ball on, she was fouled like 3 or 4 times. There was one time Mabry hit her from the back of the head, and the other player, I forgot her name, that took over for Harrison, she hooked Angel's neck. None of those things were called. So you can't sit here and say these things are officiated properly. Obviously, it sounds like a loser's lament. It sounds like a cliche. It sounds like a truism. But unfortunately, in her case, it's true, and we can prove it by the dollars, right? Because as we all know, Angel turned down the corporate deal. They're not making money off of her. Angel does not need the WNBA. She's not making money. They're not making money off of her, whether it be Nike, the WNBA. She has no official WNBA sponsors. And if Reebok is one, that's only because Angel bought them in. Not because they were already an official WNBA sponsor. So we can just follow the money and say, well, there's a reason why some players are being officiated one way and Angel Reese is not being officiated a particular way, because they don't make money off of her and she don't need them.
I would just say this, though, because it starts diving into a different direction with that, right? I did mention who was tied and where everybody fell. How do you feel about Brittany Sykes?
Bullshit explanation on Stewie the other day?
How do you feel about Brittany Sykes being a lead in free throws. And what do we know about Brittany
Her and
Sykes?
Cece are not the same player. Brittany Sykes
I didn't even bring up Cece.
go to the hole.
Can you stop right there, my brother? Can you stop right there, my brother? I'm not
explosive.
MSL.
Cece is not Brittany Sykes. Stop with that nonsense. She's not Brittany Sykes.
Can I finish talking, my brother? I didn't bring no fucking Cece.
Why are you yelling?
And mention no Cece. This is why I get tight with this conversation. You bringing up people I'm not mentioning. I ain't say near nothing about no Cece.
Why you sound like you on the toilet bowl? Why you sound like you on the toilet bowl?
Brittany Sykes. Brittany Sykes. Can we stay on topic?
Yeah, but you had brought up Cece in the chat, and what I'm saying, Brittany Sykes and Cece are two totally different players.
Then you go again with Cece.
Bro,
I'm getting tight. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I did not say Cece.
Bro, Clark, can I say this to you?
What are you really talking about?
Bro, Clark, can I say this to you? His argument earlier, and Tiffy Cole and others in the chat can verify this. His argument earlier was he tried to make a claim that Clark, when people brought up the disparity in her free throws, he tried to claim, oh, she shoots shots in the paint area, so that's why she get free throws. And then we came back saying, why that's BS. So now he's bringing up Sykes. I would never argue Sykes because Sykes got handles, she got explosive, she got all the things that Clark doesn't have, and she goes to the basket. She was a slasher before she became a shooter. So that makes sense.
And
so
my problem, I said with the conversation, you said
that's a straw man argument. Not bringing up Sykes is a straw man argument.
You said Angel is not the corporate piece, right?
Very fast. Her and
She's
Clark
not the corporate shield. Brittany Sykes, and again, we talking about this. What I said, the conversation gets muddy, it gets confusing, and it don't make sense. Okay, Brittany, you think Angel doesn't get free throws or gets the calls because she's not the corporate shield. And then I give you an example, but Brittany Sykes is leading the league in free throws. How does that make sense? I say it don't make sense what you be talking about.
Claude, he's yelling, right?
It don't make sense.
Bro, Claude, he's yelling, right? Those are two separate arguments. There's the argument on the corporate thing, and there's also the argument in a vacuum.
It's whatever fits your narrative.
Let me say this in a vacuum. Angel, his initial argument last week when I cussed him out was that we had said that, oh, well, why is Angel not getting the calls, right? And she's being hacked. And he brought up something about Breonna Stewart. And we were all saying, but one has nothing to do with the other. If she's being hacked, she's being hacked. He's saying something like, oh, she's this, she's it. We see it. That last game they played, she was fouled. She was hit in the face. She was hitting the nose. She was hitting the eye. She was hooked from the neck. She was hitting the back. She was punched in the neck. And she was hooked and nothing was called. Right or wrong, Blue Card?
Yeah.
Agree. We totally agree.
That has nothing to do with Breonna Stewart. What does Breonna Stewart have to do?
Hold on.
Again, I'm not talking about Stewie in this moment. I'm not.
Get the money. Let me get the money. Thank you, brother Will. Get y'all popcorn out because this is a good one, y'all.
The thing is,
I'm not here long because I'm getting ready to go to work.
Bring up these stupid arguments, bro, Claude. But because I remember what he says,
all I gotta do is focus on what you're talking about in the moment.
Them like a little pussy. He don't want to talk about them like a little pussy. And my thing is, what you said
all I gotta do is focus on what you're talking about in the moment.
What does Brittany Sykes have to
do? You want to talk about what I said before? We can go into that.
Hold on. Watch the P word. This is a woman's show.
Okay, like a sassy dude. Is that better?
Okay, that's fine.
He said
if you want to refer to something that I'm talking about prior, cool, we can go into that. I'm talking about, and I want to stay on target before we sidebar and gaslight shit. I did not bring up Breonna Stewart. I said with what you just referred to, Angel Reese refusing the corporate deals. Cool. That's how you feel. And I agree, she did not get a lot of foul calls that last game. That's why I said this shit get me tight. We're not gonna diverge off of what the topic that I'm bringing at hand and what I'm addressing. If you can stay on that, we both have an understanding. What you just said does not make sense to me because Brittany Sykes, not Breonna Stewart, is leading the league in free throws.
Bro, Claude, can I respond now?
Go ahead.
Yo, he's so stupid that he can't read the tea leaves. Okay, I'm glad you said that. Okay, bro, Claude, right or wrong, we'll let you be the arbiter here.
Okay.
If Angel has turned down the WNBA, Nike, and all of these people, and they can't make a dime off of her, but they're making money off of other players, not necessarily Brittany Sykes, but in Angel's case, if they could be, remember, she don't need them. She got twice as much social media followers as the next person in the league, whoever that is. Whoever. Right? She's got, you know, she had 5-6 times the NIL deals when she came in than CeCe did before they hooked her up with the corporate deal, et cetera, et cetera. She don't need none of them. She had a sneaker deal in 2023. She was offered one in 2022. So now I'm going to ask you, bro, Claude, you've heard that story from Angel. If the league went to Angel and said, we want you to drop your manager, do this, and come to us for the corporate deal. And she said, thank you, but no thanks. No, and she turned down Nike for Reebok, right? In 2023, et cetera. The whole point is she's going to be punished by the league. She's being punished by the league for not doing what they want. That's why all the bad... See, these idiot Clarkie fans think that Clark was so popular. No, she was not. It was when that 2023 to 2024 transition took place, they went to both players and said, here's what we offer y'all. Clark said yes because she ain't have shit. And Angel said no.
That's true.
Angel said no. That's why that chick, forgot her name on ESPN, said she feels bad that the media tries to portray like it's all Clark when she knows Angel was an integral, if not even a bigger part of that. Because once we got to the WNBA, they threw out all the college stuff and they just hammered Angel and called her this or this or this or that. She's terrible. She's this. She can't play this. It was all negative. It was all negative. So if you turn them down and don't need them, and you throw it in their face, of course they're going to treat you a certain way. That's why she's not getting the calls. Sykes, to your argument, they don't have nothing against Sykes. Wody, they don't have anything against Sykes. Sykes and
then it goes back to the point. That makes no sense.
Bro, Claude.
That makes no sense then. That makes no sense.
Okay.
You be the arbiter, bro. It's what I said makes sense, or the bullshit he's talking makes sense.
What you're speaking on is in a fantasy that we cannot verify.
Which is we can't wait. We can't verify. See, this is what the Clarkies do.
Where would you like me to cross-reference this? Where can I cross-reference this stuff that you're saying?
Bro, Claude.
I'm here.
Bro, Claude. I have seen Nancy, forgot her last name, from USA Today. I've seen Carrie Champion, and I've seen others say that they have gotten it from the league office that Caitlin Clark is disproportionately officiated to the better. They ignore texts, they ignore fouls. Like, they've heard this from league sources and insiders. And I'm sure you've heard that equally as well. So what he's doing is a straw man, and he's trying to peddle us some nonsense.
Straw man, sir. Because then here's the next thing too. I said it in the chat. You probably saw it. She's tied with 77 total free throw attempts with Caitlin Clark.
She shouldn't be there as a perimeter player. She shouldn't be there.
That's what I'm talking about. What you say, like you talking out your
ass. She don't got that kind of handle. She don't got that. She's just an old, slow Bobby Cousy looking white boy.
You're talking out your behind. If that's how you feel, it's cool.
Is nice.
I'm not arguing how you feel.
Olivia
I'm not arguing how you feel. I'm asking you to validate what you say.
Girl ain't got no handle. She ain't got no explosion. You know how she gets to the free throw line? Because she pushes off with her left hand on every single drive, because she does not have enough explosion. She doesn't have enough bag. She doesn't have enough quickness to beat the person off the dribble. So unless they set her a screen, she pushes off and holds off with her hand, and then she flops, and that's how she gets the foul call. She's rarely ever foul. She's the worst flopper in the league.
And to be tied for seven,
if you can't admit that, then I don't even know why we're having a conversation, because she's the worst flopper in the league. Like, I don't even know why we're talking, because we can't agree on anything.
And to be tied at 7, because you just know you right. Right? You're going to point me to what somebody said. You're going to point me to an interview.
Why is the jump shooter tied with Angel Reese for free throws? Why is the jump shooter tied with Angel Reese for free throws?
Yo, if you allow me to go ahead on to continue my point, because
Reese is either not getting enough free throws, which we all agree, and or Caitlin Clark is getting too many free throws. You're not even making sense. Like, you can't even settle on anything.
It sounds good to you in your head is what sounds good to you.
Why am I arguing with this guy when I was supposed to answer your question?
Because this sounds good to you in your head.
Hold on a second. Hold on.
What you got to say, y'all?
Dude,
appreciate that you elect.
Bro, Claude.
Hold on a second. It's getting a little rough. I was trying to let y'all duke it out a little bit, but it's getting a little rough. We're going to still keep it a sports show, but we're going to debate not like ninjas. We're going to debate like grown people and get
Bro,
our
Claude,
point.
but I did answer his point pertaining to Sykes. I said it is my opinion based off of the facts, and we know the facts, that the league is punishing Angel Reese. More importantly,
I didn't hear your fact to why Sykes is there.
More importantly, Sykes is not
bro.
the league has nothing against Sykes, just like the league has nothing against Olivia Miles, and the league has nothing against. I mean, we don't have to go through all the disproportionate negative publicity, all the things that have been said, all the things have been done, and the league has encouraged most of this stuff. That's not even up for grabs. And if there are reporters who believe that Caitlin Clark is being officiated to an advantage, then I am sure the converse can be that Angel Reese is being disproportionately refereed. You don't have to agree with that, Wody Mac, but that's okay, because anytime someone brings up something about Reese, you bring up other players that have nothing to do with it. If we say that Angel is
talking about Reese at all either, brother.
If we say that Angel's being fouled, why does he bring up Stewie? Why does he bring up Stewie? What does Stewie have to do with it? You can watch it.
When you brought up, I just want to say to because you came out your neck and cursed me out from here to there in a prior chat where I didn't tell you suck something. I didn't call out your mother. I didn't call you no P.
I didn't say your mother. I just said called you
all of that.
Listen, what we ain't gonna do is we ain't gonna settle no beefs on my show. We ain't gonna do that. We're not going to settle no beefs on my show. On my show, I asked a specific question for you both. On my show. On my show, we ain't going to have no old beefs coming over here. And that's the problem that I'm into right now, that people having beefs, trying to have their beef flow out on my show. That ain't finna happen. We not gonna, whatever was said on the last show, that ain't got nothing to do with what I'm saying and the points that I was making on this show. Now, y'all could do that disrespectful stuff, which them and sell you was not disrespectful. You just was out talking Wody and he can't handle it. And he's angry about it, which I understand. I understand. You guys have to come on this platform and talk it out. We men, talk it out. And Wody Mac, you yelling, that don't mean that your point is getting across. Wody Mac, you yelling and doing all that, that ain't gonna get your point across. That ain't gonna make him listen to you anymore. MSL got actual facts and points that he's trying to lay out to you. And you can't hear it because you already y'all got tension going on already. Let MSL finish what he's trying to say, and then, brother, you can say what you need to say. He's not going to cut you off. I'm not going to let him cut you off, but I want you guys to be able to talk and have, this is what makes the show good, is having a debate, but you guys has to do it in a proper format. This is my show. And yeah, I have to set the bar and the tone, and this is what I'm doing as y'all big brother. We gonna have fun. We gonna talk our shit, and then we gonna let it go. All right. MSL, go ahead and finish, and I'm gonna let Wody Mac have the flow.
Yeah, no, I mean, well, we were talking about a couple of things, but I think we've already agreed on the Atlanta thing, or do you want me to go more into that, Bro Clark? Because I didn't say enough, the Atlanta Dream thing. I think basically what I was saying to you was that, yeah, I mean, obviously Ryan and Leash are great players. I think Ryan and Leash can be the best players in the league based off of their size, their athleticism, and their defense and offensive abilities.
That's the question I was asking you. Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. They're great players. But when you really think of it, they're all like the same player minus the shooting, because Angel is just a bigger version of them. right? She's very rangy. She's very quick. She's probably stronger than them. She's fast. She can handle the ball, go to the basket, take it to the basket like they can. Maybe they can't post up like her, and she can't shoot like them. So that's the difference.
That's the give and go. That's the give and go.
They're similar players. They're just it's just one is bigger than the other, right? Ryan is bigger than Leash, and Angel is bigger than Ryan, but they're similar players. So based off of that, yeah, they can do some great things. I only brought up Angel in the context of if her defense, rebounding, and scoring and passing are impacting the team the way it does, then you can make the argument because what I've noticed is when she's not on the court, it's usually when the team starts losing their leads. Just like when she was in Chicago, even when they had Kennedy, as good as Kennedy was, when you took Angel off the court, all of a sudden everything went haywire. I'm not saying that's going to happen all the time.
She's the glue.
Right. But even in the Toronto game, when she came off, right, you had to put her back in. And then, so it's no knock against them. They're great players. What I'm saying is if they're going to be in the top 10, then I think Angel should be somewhere in the top 10, whether you want to have her 8 or 9 or 7 and have them above or have
me, it worked for me. It worked for me. Her and Jessica Shepard 10. 11, 10. So 10.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. And let me touch on Shepard. Let me touch on Shepard real quick. I was a little jealous of Shepard 2 or 3 weeks ago, but in fairness, Angel has increased her impact on the offense on the team. And I think that's ultimately going to lead to her running or setting up some sort of stuff in the half court. Maybe not necessarily all the time, because if you notice, Mesco did tell us that it's going to take time to implement some of this stuff. And you see a lot of the give and go, a lot of the things that they're trying to implement now. And I think that Angel, we saw that beautiful pass she made to Nas in the New York game when she threw it from there, half court, pinpoint pass, boom. And we've seen her make those passes before. So what I'm encouraged with, as Angel has now gotten a bit more, what's that word? Aggressive, so to speak, and not always worry about people's feelings, then I'm also hoping that other facets of her game that make an imprint on it, whether it's passing out of the post, which we've seen her do, or passing from the top of the key, or passing in transition. Like, for example, this game coming up on Thursday, she should push the ball because Aaliyah Boston's not going to be able to keep up with her. She should push the ball when she gets the rebound, because it'll be easier to score in transition than it is to score in the half court. I don't know if Reed Jones or not is going to play, and she should try to take Aaliyah Boston off the dribble from the top of the key a few times and mix it up. So yeah, I was just going off of how she was playing the last 6-7 games. Things can change. And remember, she's already at her scoring average of last year. Last year she was 14.7. This year she's 14.6. If she can get it up to between 16 and 18, 16 and 19, whatever it is, then people are naturally going to raise her on that list, for example. But we would have already seen it, we had already seen it before the actual scoring or the increased scoring, so to speak, because there aren't many forwards that average more than 16 points a game, right? You have Asia, you have Stewie, and then you have, this year you have Howard, right? She's 17.6, but most of them are in the average under 15. So if Angel gets above 15 in the near future, or she's 16, 17, 18, then yeah, they're going to have to put her on one of those lists. And I wouldn't be surprised that they all ended up with similar averages. Angel has 17, one has 18, and Leash has 19 or something like that. But, we'll see.
Yeah, but I will say this. Hold on a second. Let me get the money. As you can't make a man be a man, bro, Cleasy. We all know how sensitive Wody Mac is when it comes to CC. Wody Mac is a Clarkie. That's just what it is. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Well, I just really want to, no matter what you are a fan of, I just, like I was telling my brother MSL, I really want to, I can't go off of what it should have been, could have been, or would be, or will be. I just got to go off of what it is. And from the trajectory with all of that in mind, with all of the files in mind, with all of the triple team, and sometimes 4 times she's been 4 people have crashed the boards on her. Same thing I've seen on Asia too, and the same thing I've seen on Camilla in particularly. I've seen that happen to those 3 in particular because I'm there calling the game, but I'm also there watching my favorite players on each team, which Angel is that. But the thing is that I will say that hey ADP, I will say that Alicia Gray had similarities of MVP type play throughout the season.
Yeah, especially in the earlier part. Yes, that is true.
So consistency, I think that I know Angel had a few games she dropped off, but the most consistent has been Alicia Gray. She has not had a chance of dropping off. Yes, her shot was not falling, but she still came out with her average. No matter how she got it, she still averaged her average play. Does that make sense, MSL? That's what I was coming from.
Yeah, it does. And you know what? And let me also, and since he brought it up, let me just clarify and touch base on this. And if I'm mistaken, I'm mistaken, but I think this is where it came from. I think when the whole thing with Wody came up was when that we saw that game. And we're talking about how poor the officiating was. And then we were all very emotional, after that, after that game, because she could have got seriously hurt. Yeah. And I had told Tony or you, Bro Claude, if I remember, that I was very emotional to Wody. And I'm usually not like that to people in the chat, but considering that she could have bruised her tailbone, she could have broke her hip, she could have fell on her neck or something like that. We were all very sensitive and hurt. Yes. Right, and very touchy. So when we're saying, hey, she's not being officiated properly, and he's bringing up Breanna Stewart, and I'm like, what the hell does Breanna Stewart? It may be a good point in a vacuum, but what does it have to do with? It's almost like saying on the slick, well, Breanna Stewart, Angel Reese say Breanna Stewart, so they can file the crap out of her. It doesn't really, it doesn't really matter, right? And nobody was having it. Nobody was having it that day. Because it's one thing to not get the whistle. It's another thing to be beat to a pulp in the first half and then almost risk your career because the refs didn't control what was going on. So just to give you full context, Bro Claude, that's where but as you know, I don't hold a grudge. I said what I said. That was it. But then and keep it moving. And then where I'm talking about one thing and then he's bringing up Sykes and here we go again. And then like y'all said, or the chat said, when I started to explain, okay, if you want to bring up Sykes, let's talk about her. Well, he brought up Cece all in the chat and the chat can verify that. So when I said, but they're not the same player, he didn't want to hear that, right? Because Sykes got that nice handle. She's explosive. She quit. She jumped out the gym, whatever. It makes sense why she would get fouled. Cece is not the same type of player. Is my mic still on, Bro Claude?
Yeah, your mic's still on.
I got a message. Right. I just
okay, hold on. Let me get the money real quick. It says Max Sullivan. I appreciate you, Max. Max say, does MSL have his own show? He won't know because you be dropping some facts, boy. Soon. I'm trying to get him. He been running from me, but I'm soon to try to have a show with MSL, but he been running from me. He say, okay, Wody Mac. All right, here you go. To be brief, main point, Sykes is a second year being a league leader with free throws, and she's not a star, is due to her getting calls. She is a star, Wody Mac. She's not a star considered to you, but she is a star. She's been a leading scorer wherever she's been. She was the leading scorer on Washington. She was the second lead scorer on the Storm when she got traded. She was the lead scorer on Toronto Tempo. So she has been on since the championship, and definitely them over there in Washington Mystics, what they turned that thing out to be. She was probably one of the most dependent upon, and then Ariel Atkins, but they were dependent on Brittany to actually make things happen. So I don't know if you knew that history or not.
And bro, Claude, if I can say this, you notice, I never argued Brittany Sykes, because you watch Brittany Sykes play, like, and I'm sure you feel the same way I do. Like, you wouldn't want to guard her. I wouldn't want to guard her. It's like, you know, it's like,
she's one of the most. She's one of the most explosive people. Hold on a second. It gone. What, Wody Mac, I really appreciate your donations and stuff that you do give to the show, and you've been with the show since the show started.
And it's nothing personal, Wody Mac. It's all good. It's all good.
Wody Mac is one of my people that started the show with me, along with some of my other.
He got a lot of enemies though, because them people on that other channel, they don't like him either.
But I know
you a good dude, bro, Claude. You a good dude. You's a peacemaker. You the bread maker and the peacemaker and the gingerbread maker at the same time.
So I just
what up, bro, Claude?
My whole thing is that, you know, on this show, I love my people. I love black people in particularly. I love all people that are good people, and I just want to be a good person and fight my way through it. I know a lot of people be like, man.
See, bro, Claude, he can't help himself. He just said, bro, making my Sykes point about Cece, but he's crazy. Okay, now I got to respond to this, bro, Claude. You see, he's trying to play a game, right? Tiffy Cole brought up in the chat, and several Uncle J.E. and other people brought up in the chat, why is Cece taking all these free throws? Then he thought he was making a point by saying, oh, Angel and Cece take a similar amount of free throws. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if it's not, but let's even say it is. Well, guess what? A guard who we see shooting by themselves 90% of the time, because Cece usually takes ill-advised shots because she doesn't want to work the point, so she just jacks up these shots, right? Usually she's shooting these shots by herself. So how's a player that shoots by herself 50% of the time, 40% of the time, have more free throws than someone who drives to the basket 90% of the time? That was my only point. So when he brings up Brittany Sykes was a slasher before she became a shooter. But because Brittany Sykes is a slash downhill threat, once she gives you a fake, yeah, you're going to jump into her. Nobody's afraid of Cece driving. It's not that she can't drive, but she ain't that fast. She don't got that kind of bag, right? That's why she has to push off with that left arm to get space. So she holds you, she stiff arms you with the left arm and dribbles with the right arm, and that's how she keeps you off of you. If she don't stiff arm you, she couldn't beat you off the dribble. That's the difference. Ain't nobody scared of Cece driving downhill on them, but everybody's scared of Brittany Sykes driving downhill on them.
Right. So now let me let Wody Mac have his say, and then we're gonna make it fair.
All right, bro. Yeah, thank you. Anyway, like I said, I was on my way to work with it, and just to be clear and concise. So I'm kind of singularly focused when I'm speaking on something. I don't necessarily loop things that I'm not speaking. I'm not necessarily looping other things that I'm not talking about when I'm speaking on one thing. And when I spoke to Breanna Stewart point, especially me being from New York, I do see the slight that Breanna Stewart gets about constantly being at the free throw line. And yeah, the conversation was at that point, you know, Angel should be getting more free throws that day. It was whatever the case may be. And Breanna Stewart's name came up. Yo, Breanna Stewart stayed at the line, how she had 20 free throws, is that in the third? And I'm like, cool, but a lot of people would tell you she actually was getting fouled, whether you would think it'd be ticky-tack or whatever. The girl too big, she shoot most of her shots in the paint. So it makes sense that she is getting a lot of free throw attempts, because hence most of her shots come in the restricted, the paint area, a couple of threes here and there. It makes sense. And Asia Wilson is also another one of those players in the top three, and Brittany Sykes. And you look at their play style, they get 2 feet
Asia
in the paint.
Wilson is number one, brother. Don't never say that. She is number
I'm talking about free throw attempts. I don't want that to get misconstrued or confused. I'm saying free throw attempts. Okay. And I'm using that again when then I go cross-reference that. I go to the WNBA website, look at the totals, right? And I could give the exact number total. if needed be. But when you look, number one, yes, of course, is Breanna Stewart. Sykes went down with an injury. She's number 2. Asia Wilson is number 3. Then you scroll down the list and you look who else is up in it, tied at 7th. And just for context, when people were saying, yo, where Angel falls, I understand, yes, that last game, there was a lot of, she was getting beat up a lot and a lot of calls weren't being issued out to her, but she still is also top 10 in free throw attempt total at 77. And ironically, just because it's hell, because everything always got to come back to Caitlin Clark. I don't give a damn about Caitlin Clark, bro. She get a season injury, I'm watching the Knicks. I do not care. It's like the irritating point I get with a lot of y'all is like, there's no disrespect needed for it. And I'm talking about like people in the chat. I don't care that much about the personal in between beef. Strictly ball, my dude. Strictly ball. Right. And then when somebody has the audacity or the unmitigated gall to insult, call me anything out my name, I feel like I should tell you suck something. And that's all. I'm gonna leave it at that. That's all.
Okay.
I feel like I have the right to disrespect the utmost F out of you when you say something to me and I'm not playing with you or being disrespectful. That's for anybody. That's for anybody.
Right.
That's it. I'm not saying we're not doing that. That's all I got to say, and I'm out on that.
Okay.
All right. Good day, bro. Big bro.
Yep. Love.
But you see the way he described Breanna Stewart, you can see why I was so upset, right? Because what did he describe about Breanna Stewart that was any different than Angel? He said she gets most of her points in the paint. So does Angel. So and we know Angel gets fouled. Like we know she gets fouled. Like it's not even up for question.
Yeah.
So my thing is it's almost like
he gets the least calls probably of all of the bigs.
Right. It's almost like you're trying to make It's almost like you're trying to make an excuse. It's almost like you're trying to make an excuse. And my thing is just don't say nothing. If you don't have anything good to say, then don't say anything. Because I don't understand how you heard his explanation with Breanna Stewart. And I'm sure a lot of y'all in the chat was saying, well, how is that any different than Angel? Because guess what? Angel is very strong. She's very quick and she's very fast. Right?
Arguably, MSL, Dearica Hamby gets beat the hell out of. Probably.
I can believe that. I can believe that. Well, but let's talk.
She's undersized, and then.
But let's talk facts. But let's talk facts for a second, bro, Claude. These so-called new rules that they came out with, personified by fee. If you look at the actual rules, it looks like it does not benefit the low post player. It benefits the perimeter players, and this goes to the quote-unquote conspiracy, where people feel that this was to benefit the perimeter players, mainly CC, is what people say, and it doesn't benefit the post players because even in that Toronto game, if you guys remember, Angel couldn't buy a call the first half, but as soon as in the second half, when she came out to the perimeter and started driving to the basket, all of a sudden she was getting the call, like ticky-tack fouls on her benefit. But when she was down there, she couldn't get any. So these new rules, they're actually hurting the post players. They're not helping the post players. And that was seen to be an agenda because there was nothing wrong with the game. And if anything, it's going to hurt Fee when she comes back because these calls that she was supposed to get, she's not going to necessarily get as much if they keep officiating the games the way they are.
Yeah, well, go ahead, Tiffy Cole. Hold on, let me get the money, and then Tiffy go.
Got my food, man.
Say what's going on to be interesting in the league comes out with the top 30 all-time list to celebrate the 30th anniversary. That is soon to come. So it's going to be interesting.
And if they had that fool on there, people going to be crashing out, right, bro?
Yeah, they're going, man, that fool should not even be on there. But go ahead, Tiffy.
Hey, y'all. Yeah.
Hey, baby niece. Hey, baby niece.
What up, Tiffy Cole?
First of all, I'm not going to be messy, but MSL, I was like, MSL get down like that? That's crazy. But that's, I think just a statistical
It's the moment, Tiffy Cole. It's the moment.
No, it's the middle of the day too. I said, hold on, everybody, hold on. But no, I think statistically speaking, like a perimeter player should not have as many free throws as a back-to-basket big. Simple as that. Like, and no one's saying that Asia and Stewie and Sykes should not get free throws. We're saying that Angel should have more free throws. And the fact that she doesn't, when you look at the Toronto game, when you look at the Mystics game, when you look at the game versus New York, you see how the refs are basically like turning a blind eye, right? They're quick to call a tic-tac foul against Angel, but not for her when she's getting the hell beat out of her. So I think, freedom of movement is only for the guards, really, and perimeter players. There's no freedom of movement for the paint. And Sandy Brondello has said that too. She has said that, and she is on the committee of coaches and players and officiators who, implemented this new rule. And she said, like, the refs need to do a better job officiating physicality in the paint because it's difficult, especially in the paint. So she knows what she's doing, right? So I think, it's disingenuous to say, oh, well, this player, she gets all these free throws. Like, the refs are bailing her out. And I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. All right. We saw them Cookie Monster shoes that she trying to put out, call it her first shoe. Looks like a difference between the Kobe Cookie Monster PEs and Asia Wilson's shoe. But anyway, I think that, we gotta recognize certain players that are a benefit to Nike have certain guarantees in their contract that we don't know about. Those performance.
You mean performance guarantees?
Yeah, those performance guarantees, those performance clauses. And, unfortunately, Nike has put a lot of money, and they can put forth narratives that they want. Caitlin Clark is out of the MVP conversation right now, but somehow.
Tiffy, I'm going to interrupt you for 1 minute because Wody wanted facts. I just want to say this fact to back up what you just said. In 2022, Wody, Nike became a strategic investment partner with the WNBA, and I think that was renewed. And part of that strategic contract and agreement, and it's online, you can find it, it's right there. They gave the press release. Nike is allowed to write stories and create story material. That's not a quote, it's a paraphrase, but but what it basically means is they can create what the hell they want with their players. Nike has that right. They can write stories, they can create storylines, and they can promote who they want to promote. So obviously, if you're a Nike athlete and you turn them down and you're flourishing without Nike, because let's be real, the WNBA is very petty. They're not a big corporation yet. They still act like a mom and pop fiefdom, right? So presumably, you're not going to give the incentives or help or look out or treat the person who turned you down and is flourishing versus the people who you already have, particularly one particular person who hasn't had a shoe out yet in 3 years and may not ever get a shoe. But you're still trying to hold on and make it work. And of course, they're going to hedge with Asia and hedge with Paige or whatever. But the reality is that they have it written as a strategic investor that they can write storylines. So when Tiffy Co was talking about incentives, who do you think they're going to try to incentivize and promote when they can? And Caitlin Clark was the chief and main beneficiary of that, which is why her NIL included all official WNBA sponsors. And right after that 2023 finals against Angel, and you can follow a site called ON3. It's there. Check the timestamps. Angel went to up to 2 to 4 million in NIL. Right after that, got a sneaker deal in October 2023, and Homegirl's NIL stood still. She had nothing. It was between 300K and 500K. And then all of a sudden in 2024 or the end of 2023, over a year later, next thing you know, all of a sudden her NIL goes to 4.1 million, but it was all WNBA sponsors, Wody Mac. All official WNBA sponsors.
So the bracket games.
Right. So when Fee talked about Kathy saying, well, we hooked her up, a lot of her fans thought, but I thought she was making all this money. No, she wasn't making shit in college. That money came from official WNBA sponsors when she was coming into the league. And you know why she got it, Wody? To Tiffy Co's point, because they gave the same deal to Angel. And you know what? She said, no, fuck y'all, because you got to give up your manager. And the manager that she has today, Wody, is a manager that quit her job before Angel Reese became Angel Reese because she believed in her so much, like all of us do when we first see her. And she's got integrity. And she said, F y'all, I'm not doing it. And she walked away from the league, and she even talked about it on her show. And De'Erica Hamby, since you say you like facts, she also talked about how the league picks their stars through their endorsements. And that's why, as part of the CBA, the league wanted, I know Broclaw remembers, I know Tiffy remembers, they wanted you to go through the league to get your endorsements, which obviously the players said no. You know why? Because Angel Reese showed the blueprint that you don't have to do what the league want. You can make your own stuff, but none of that stuff gets discussed in the media because we're not supposed to know that, because the whole Caitlin Clark thing is fake. It's 100% fake, but I'm gonna let Tiffy Cole talk. And if you like Bro Claude, I can talk about this with Wody on the air another time and explain this in more detail. But go ahead, Tiffy.
Yeah, to be fair though, Angel, Fee, and Stewie, because Fee and Stewie had this already boiling 2 years.
Sabrina makes a lot of money off her sneaker.
Yeah, but to be fair, it was Stewie in the Fishikaya with the Unrivaled thing. This wasn't a pop-up thing. This was already invented 2 years prior of the releasing and the launch. They had it already designed and designated. It just was the right timing that they did do it. They did do it in that time. So Angel definitely showed the blueprint on your individualism, right? Stewie and Nafisha showed on how to navigate entrepreneurial rise inside of a system of basketball, that you can benefit from the world of basketball and set up your whole entire league, and you don't have to depend on the WNBA.
They both said that. Yes, they both gave the example. 100% Bro Claude. And even on top of that, if you want to take it a step further, since we're talking about bona fides and proof, what Fee and Brianna and Nneka did on the WNBA level, Angel did on the individual team level, because she was not satisfied with how she was treated. She was not satisfied with what went on. So they had basically the same fight. You were dealing with a dysfunctional team and a dysfunctional league, and Nneka and Fee and all them were having their fight while Angel was having her fight. And since we want to talk about facts, I'll bring this into the equation, which I know both of y'all know, maybe not Wody, was that before she came to the WNBA, Angel was contemplating coming back for an additional season, and it was Nneka and Fee and all of them who told her, no, you need to come now because we need you. We wanted to win again.
You wanted to win.
And now I'm going to say my opinion, Wody. This is my opinion. They knew the CBA was coming up. And they knew this. And I think once they realized they couldn't control Angel, they put Cece to the forefront because she signed that corporate deal, right? They get a cut of what she does. They pick what she does. They know they can control her. That's why Kathy made those comments so they knew the CBA was coming up. So the reason why they promoted her as the great white hope and everybody else was trash, because that way, when the CBA came up, now they can just say, oh, y'all don't, just like Stephen A. Smith did, oh, y'all don't deserve anything. Y'all don't need anything because y'all just, we give all the credit to this white girl. I think Nneka and them knew that. That's why they told Angel to come out. And when they did Unrivaled, because you notice Unrivaled was the Angel League, right? It was the Angel League. And then you had this, and Unrivaled is way better run than the WNBA. Way better run than the WNBA. So all this was going on behind the scenes. And like I've said before, they've done talk shows about when Letterman and Jay Leno had that fight to get the job on the Tonight Show. One day somebody will write about all the behind the scenes thing that happened with the WNBA, because it wasn't about Clark the way y'all want to believe. It was all about Angel Reese, because the whole thing was to deny her rightful place into the league, because they knew she was pro-union, pro-history, pro-black woman, pro-history of the WNBA, and she wasn't taking those shorts as far as them not getting money. This is why all the Caitlin Clark sites, 100% of them, did not support the players, did not support the CBA, did not support Unrivaled, did not support Angel Reese. But as soon as the CBA passed, they all tried to take credit for it, like they tried to take credit for charter planes and everything else, all 100% BS, because the college game is way more popular than the WNBA game. So it's only natural that the fans that were in college will migrate to the WNBA with their biggest stars. It was already happening in increments, but when Angel and Caitlin and that whole group came, then of course you were going to have that landing. But this is not to be discussed because of the corporate control that the league has through Nike, through ESPN, their corporate partners, Yahoo, and so forth. So that's why people like me, people like Tifico, people like Bro Claude, and all the others try to get this out there. And hopefully Carrie Champion will get this, Pablo Torres will get this. I'll even go on one of their shows if they want to have me and explain all this stuff in detail.
Hold on a
the
second.
Caitlin Clark phenomenon is 100% bullshit.
Definitely gonna drop the ballistics, but we gonna do this by popular demand. Tifico gonna get hers off. You did
Sorry,
cut
Tifico.
her off, and you went 20 minutes. But listen,
Sorry,
hold on,
Tifico. Sorry.
Cole, I will say this before you get started. This is a woman's show. This is a woman's show, and they got the empowerment. So I apologize myself, Tifico. I did not.
I am so sorry, Tiffy.
Tiffy cooking. This is your show. So you go ahead, Sister Tiffy, and do what
all
you
good, all good. No, y'all was saying some good things, and I think it's a contrast. I appreciate the chat too. I think it's a contrast too as well. Like people are focusing on CC and Angel thing. The reason that Fee and Stewie and NECA and Satu wanted her in is because they knew that Angel, they had spent time around the younger players. What y'all know, or maybe some of y'all don't know, is that before like March Madness, when it's about around time when players are talking to teams, the leaders of the WNBPA are also talking to these star players, right?
Yeah.
We saw that with Olivia Miles too, when she was considering whether or not she was going to go back another year. She went to Unrivaled and she was talking to Angel and Chelsea and all these other players. So that's how they
go back. They told her to go back because they had at that time. Go ahead.
Yeah, and she told her, like, she knew what was going on. Like, she knew. Olivia wanted to go to Chicago. Angel wanted her in Chicago. Teaspoon wanted her in Chicago. But she knew her options, and she said it might be a chance she goes to Seattle. Maybe she goes to Chicago. But Angel was, and they were knowing and hearing that, okay, like, Chicago, it might be a mess, right? So it might be better for you to go back and go higher in the draft to another team. And so that's what she did, right? And get better money, because it wouldn't make any sense for her to shackle herself to that bum franchise. Oh, no offense, but
go ahead.
That bum franchise. But how does this relate to Angel and Cece? When they were talking to them, the players figured out very quickly that Angel is pro player. She was going to fight for them. She was going to put them first. They couldn't trust in just Caitlin, because Caitlin don't give a dang about nobody but herself.
Yeah.
She does not respect these vets.
No, because she has a circle, right? An abdomen, a circle, a body that does not respect the vets, right? So her conclusion is what her team, her staff, her people that's around that comes up with that. Go ahead. Go. You got it. Go ahead.
No, it's true. And that's the thing. And even still to this day, you know, she still kind of puts a little bit of separation between her and the other players. Whereas you see Angel and Paige and and even Olivia Miles, like, they're actively going and trying to learn from these vets, trying to ingratiate themselves with these vets. They're not putting themselves above. So they said, dang, if it comes down to it, and the league has to bring these moneymakers in, you know, who's going to advocate for us? Angel. Not Caitlin. That's why when BG came back to Atlanta, she said, Angel is the reason we're getting NBA money. Yes. It's not that she was in Atlanta. It's because Angel is one of the only few stars. Paige also does it too. But Angel is one of the few stars from the class of 2020 who will always put the vets, put the other players in front of herself and say, hey, it's not just me, right? There's great players across the league. They're here with us too. You should tune into all of us. Meanwhile,
not herself. Go ahead.
No, that's true. And meanwhile, Caitlin's over there saying, you know, I'm the best transition player in the WNBA. Baby, who was you passing to? You passing to yourself? Like, how long did it take her to become, complimentary of Aaliyah Boston, who is the only reason that she has all of these assists?
3 years.
3 years. I remember her first year, she left Aaliyah Boston out to dry.
Yes.
When her fans were calling her obese and all these other things.
The fandom was bad, but her Kelsey Mitchell stats went down. Aaliyah Boston stats went down, and of course, Smith was looking like she was trash, but she wasn't.
She wasn't.
And before she came, before Caitlin came, Smith actually had better stats. She was in between Aaliyah and Kelsey at the time, right? Because she was the newest. It was Kelsey, then Smith, then Aaliyah, and how that went when Caitlin came, everybody average dropped. With Olivia Miles, everybody average upped. So that's between the type of point guard, which I was trying to tell brother Wody and nephew Real Money. Your point guard makes your statistics better because it's the less that you have to use and acquire the ball, the less contact that you would have to put yourself in risk of turnovers and everything else, because that's the weight of the general of the game. Is that correct? So, what you're saying in the situation with Angel is 1000% right, Tiffy. And I also agree. This is why I said when it comes to impact, Angel is the number one impactful player, not Caitlin, Angel. Because why? She's the most known, loved or hated. She has the most social demographic because she goes to all requirements, right? She could go to the Met Gala. She could go to the hip hop festival. She could go over there to Beyonce, concert. She can go in acting. She's on Netflix specials, movies. She got different genres that acquires and love her and want to be a part of her life, talk shows and different things that Angel has all these different spectrums of irons in the fire. Then she's a businesswoman, a straight up entrepreneur. And also she is a union person. When I say union, she is to the T a union member, meaning that she uplifts of everything that you and MSL has said, the ones that came before her, and she lets it be known that she's learning from those accolades that's already been there before, from before. So this thing here is this was a great show, Tiffany. I mean, you guys, phenomenal afternoon. I would say, y'all, this issue with Angel, it don't have anything to do with glazing, you guys. So if you glazing Angel, I'm glazing Angel, whatever it is, fine, that's okay, because the disparity of such, the non-glorification of such, she needs to know that we're out here. She needs to know that we're here. She needs to know that we are on her side. She needs to know that we're going to continue to speak our truth.
And the thing is, bro, Claude, even though some of us, obviously some are, even though some of us are not CC fans or CC fans per se, it's not anything personal or against her, particularly when we're talking about things like foul shots. Maybe some of the other things maybe, but things like foul shots, that's a basketball discussion and you can't get so offended. So the reason why me and Tiffy Co had to get into the whole background of the WNBA is because they want to pretend, unless some of them are just dumb, but they want to pretend that they don't see the foul shot disparity. And last night I think Duval, and I think Tiffy Cole was on that too in the chat. Duval and Keisha had showed her like jumping up and down, acting a fool in the last game, in the game that they had played before that. And there's no player in the WNBA who can flop 3 or 4 or 5 times on one play, and then nobody points it out in the media. Like if I didn't see it with Duval and Keisha, like I would believe it, but you don't see it in the media. Like, this girl is a menace. She's a 100% menace. But the people who support her, such as the gentleman that was on earlier, they don't see it. And the one thing about Angel fans, because we're real fans and not just people who are out here to promote her, we will critique.
Not fly by nights.
Right. We will critique things about Angel. The other night, there was a guy that was dragging Angel. I forgot why. And then, make a long story short, I eventually got him to admit, as they always do, that he doesn't like the WNBA. So why are you commenting on a player in a sport if you don't like it? I'm telling y'all, 95% of the people that we argue with, they don't watch the sport.
They don't watch
even
the
like,
sport.
they don't even like the sport.
Like Jason Whitlock in
Right.
Undercover. You know what I mean? So listen, guys, I gotta get out of here. I gotta go get the grandbaby. Listen, y'all, I will tell y'all this, man. I'm not going for, I'm not going for the most loved man of Angel award. No.
Exactly.
What I'm going for is to let baby girl know that she has people that is behind her that's not gonna let someone just walk over her and let her be trampled on like she's been trampled on for the last 10 years, the last of 20 years of basketball, that Black women have been disrespected, unprotected, and denied. You got what I'm saying? We say they've been here for 30 years, but the last 20 years, we can actually say, some of us that's been watching that long, MSL, like myself, like I was giving you when Dana was really eating, I want to let everyone know that on this show in particular, I am going to continue to uplift Angel Reese. I'm going to say what she say, no matter if you want to get mad about it or not. I'm going to also tell the truth about Angel Reese. I'm going to critique Angel Reese. And the way I see it, I could be wrong, but I don't think so, right? Hey, y'all, we got to do the celebration. We about to leave out of here. Brother William then set it off, y'all. So here you go, y'all. Hey, if you want to join this channel, the hottest podcast on YouTube, right here, where it is me. That's right, the Gingerbread Man, and I am the Gingerbread Man. So when you go and Google the Gingerbread Man, that be me.
Bro, Claude.
Yes.
I want you to answer this, because one of the people in the chat that people think is a fake Angel fan asked this question. So I'm going to read it to you if you didn't see it.
Okay, hold on.
I know my response, but I'm going to read it to you.
Okay,
it's from Ashley. It's from Ashley 2870 AJet. She says, question: if Angel is doing all this for the vets, how does someone like Izzy, even though this just happened, get away with pushing her down like that without retaliation from the other players?
Well, we'll answer that after these messages.
We got that rap van rolling on them dubs. You can catch us later while we ballin' in the club. We them bread makers, we them bread makers, we them bread makers, we them bread makers. Shots me in the club, spinning them ends, smelling like ginger man oil in my bins. Drop top down and I'm rolling 2 friends. Bread making everywhere, starting new trends. Look at baby girl, she looks so good. She say she want a hustler, represent the hood. Knots in my pocket make peace say you can't touch me even if you dream that you could. I'm so fresh. Yes, I'm fly. I got that money, yeah, man. I'm the guy. Shutting me down, no, use a lie. Ginger man, top bread, liquor in the shot. We got the rap van.
Thank you, my brother William Goings, for supporting. Being a member, you must be a member of this show because my family up in here and you gonna treat like family. So please join the channel, connect, share, and grow, because guess what, y'all? Ain't nothing like a gingerbread man party, because a gingerbread man party don't stop. No at all. Let me go to my brother Van. Hey, Van, say good show. Catch y'all on the next one. Yeah, I'm about to get up out of here. We got game night tonight. Chicago Sky plays tonight. We got the game day for the Dream also, right? So hey, listen, y'all, we got a big day ahead. I wanted to make sure each and every single player was going to get, you know what I mean, who's doing their thing. Each and every player get talked about today. And today we have in the games that's going to be played is the Storm, the Fire at 9, the Lynx and the Sparks at 9, the Liberty play the Sky, gonna beat the hell out of the Mystics and the Sun tonight, also at 6. So we won't be, I'll be, you know what I mean, looking at the game, but we won't be calling the Mystics and the Suns. We will be calling the Sky game. And then, of course, we're going to continue on to watch the Lynx and the Sparks. So I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Got a long day. I am so glad that MSL and Tiffy Cole came up here and supported and celebrated and gave me the opportunity to share my lunchtime with them. Hey, man, it's still raining in Chicago, but I don't care. We got things to do. Corn to plow. Hey, turn on your notifications every time I drop a hot banger. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Please give to the channel if you would like to continue to give to the channel. I'm just saying, you are in the hottest place right now on YouTube. Me, your brother, Bro Claude, will give you the opportunity and celebrate you while you come into this chat, because this is where it's at, in this chat. Yeah, hey, please hit the like button, because Keisha gonna slap the hell out of me. I don't want no problems. I don't want to get picked on. You know what I mean? Big girl already pick on me enough. And then, of course, please subscribe. It's free. Subscribe to the channel. It's free. Hey, y'all, I'm almost, let me see where I'm at, y'all. I want to tell y'all where I'm at, because I'm very proud of y'all. I know it's my chat. I know it's my congregation. You know what I'm saying? But I only got 115 more subscribers to reach 5,000. I only got 115 more slots to go for subscribers to reach 5,000. If we could share the channel, share the channel to the people who have not seen this channel. Please share and subscribe, and it's free. It's free, chat. So, like I said, man, I thank you for what you do. I thank you for what you've done, and I thank you for what you will do. But as always, I leave as I came. Another banger. I see y'all tonight at 10 p.m. Also, we still got a show. We got to work all damn night tonight. It's going to be long on YouTube today. It's a rainy day, and I love y'all so much, man. We out of here. Let me see something new for y'all during the daytime. Let me see what I want to play. Let me see. Okay.
You are now listening to Beats.
Yeah, I do it for my city. Yeah, I do it for my city. Yeah, I do it for my city. Let's go. For my city. Hey, I'm about my money, my grind. I'm never wasting time. About that moolah and crime. It's always on my mind, gotta get it.
Gotta get it. You know I gotta get it.
Gotta get it.
Gotta get it. You know I gotta get it.
Belt that guap, that cheddar, that feta mozzarella. Gotta get out in these streets, hustle any type of weather. Gotta get it.
Gotta get it. You know I gotta get it.
Gotta get it.
Gotta get it. You know I gotta get it.
Big scene, I gotta get it. On the rise like a pop the Winley. Ain't on your grind, I think you silly. Taking out the trash, I ain't rapping friendly. I'm all about my money. Them dollars, dubs, and hundreds. And everything between. If you're talking dough, I want it. Ain't talking cash, don't talk to me. I'm a bread maker, don't talk for free. Steady serving, that's ENT. Hustling, my specialty. I grew up in them trenches with Ginger Main on business. He told me everything I know. When the album drop, he go witness. Big scene, I was made to shine. Work so much, I need a paper line. Always on the clock, I ain't wasting time. Calling on the shots, I'm the boss of mine. To be direct, I make movies, ho. Cameraman, what it's hitting for? Drop a couple films, like a couple shows, make a couple hits so they really know. My money, my grind, I'm never wasting time. About that moolah and grind, it's always on my mind. Gotta get it.
Gotta get it. You know I gotta get it.
Gotta get it.
Gotta get it. You know I gotta get it.
Belt that guap, that cheddar, that feta mozzarella. Gotta get out in these streets, hustle any type of weather. Gotta get it.
Gotta get it. You know I gotta get it.
Gotta get it.
Gotta get it.